Midhurst taking on Gisborne. Some say that that is a preview of the grand final. But in the meantime, let's sort this one out. The elimination final in the Bendigo Football Netball League of season 2024. It is Golden Square taking on Eaglehawk. This opening term brought to you by our sponsors, Central Kitchens in Bendigo. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. Let's get things underway at the home of country football. Here's Camp Hour.
Here we go. It will be curtains and it will be down to 4 who can win the premiership after 2 hours of football. Who will go on to next week and meet the Storm? Who will be out? It's Golden Square and Eaglehawk. Daniels and Frost goes up. Daniels wins it down quite convincingly. Then he roves his own ball. Gets it knocked forward for Golden Square. Frost dives in after it. Daniels is still tracking hard after the footy. Goes back, then he was caught in the tackle. Mullen picks it up for Eaglehawk. Handball backward to Thompson. Thompson clears the ball down in the Darcy Richards direction. Richards has kicked it out of bounds on the full. It bounced in front of him, and it was an unfortunate one, and it goes off his shin, out of bounds on the full. Zach Shelton to bring the ball back in. True centre wing, grandstand side.
Early matchup that is Zach Shelton running with Darcy Richards, and noticeably Darcy Richards is higher for Eaglehawk, so up around centre half forward, not deep as we predicted.
Shelton for the Dogs. He stands on centre wing, broadcast side. Short pass, 20 metres forward. Neat kick finds Eaton. Eaton takes a mark. He's just forward of centre wing, 15 metres in from the boundary line for the Dogs. He'll go to half forward. They'll set themselves. The ball did hold up in the breeze, trying to make a path. Might have been Threlful at the bottom of that pack there, but we'll have a stoppage. On left half forward, Golden Square in attack. No score on the board. We've gone a minute. Opening term, local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Knocked down. Angove's in there for Eaglehawk. Mullen goes diving after it, as does Frost. It's handballed forward. Big pack of players around this one. Eventually it's worked out of there by Billy Evans, who kicks the ball down at Darcy to Richards. Good punch from Shelton, but it fell forward into McGregor's direction. He couldn't quite take it cleanly. Trelford got the handball off to James. James in game 50 handballs forward, but it's chopped off by Ben Thompson. Ben Thompson floats it to centre half forward. Zach Shelton's a magnet early. He takes the intercept mark, but his kick, umpire got in the way, but it worked okay for Dylan Hurd. Hurd bangs it forward, but Frost is back there for Eaglehawk.
Frost by hand. He'll give it off. A good, strong tackling in the middle. Getting involved there was Eaton. The umpire lets play go on. And we're 10 metres forward of centre. Golden Square in attack, kicking to the Barnard Street end. They're against the wind here in these conditions. Pretty tough. Going up in the ruck, Kai Daniels. He's doing well. Ball spills there to Frost. Frost now emerges with the footy. Loses the footy. Good, strong tackling, Golden Square. Pinged. And Golden Square are on in this game this afternoon. And the free kick goes to Jack Sampson.
So Sampson gets the free kick. First free kick of the day. Decides to chip it short. It's a real ordinary kick, and it's going to put Harry Burke under all sorts of pressure under the boundary line. But he made it work. Burke then kicks down the line. Intended target, Rosengreen. Knocked away from him by Ethan Hanley. And it goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Poolside wing, true centre wing. We've played 2.5 minutes in this one. It's a hot start early. No score on the board.
Noticeably different here too. Strosh is actually behind the ball for Golden Square, so he's definitely playing loose behind the ball against the wind.
Daniels grabbed the footy out of the air, then Angove pinched his pocket for Eaglehawk. He got tackled, and it resulted in a stoppage. Toma, his first real involvement in this game. It's a ball up across half forward now. Golden Square in attack. Angove picks it up for the Borough. Puts it smack bang into the middle of the QEO. The ball spills towards us here, broadcast side. Neves emerges with the ball for Eaglehawk. The old 1-2. He got it from Cam Geary. Oh, they're sharing it around. Probably a little bit of over possession. Kicking with the wind. They should have just made better work of that.
In the back.
40 out from goal. We've got a free kick that'll go to Eaglehawk. Probably lucky to get away with it. It's McGlashan.
Yes, and unlucky there, young McGregor. He was out on the handball on the boundary side, but Johnny Neves went inboard.
Now, Cam McGlashan, let's see what advice he takes. He's got the putter out.
Putt towards the middle of the hole.
Towards the flag. Let's see what he does. The man on the mark stands at 42 metres. Cam McGlashan now. Crosses the paint of 50. Comes off the side of the boot. Slews lucky to sneak in for a minor score. The first score of the afternoon. Golden Square trail. They are yet to score. Eaglehawk one behind. 4 minutes gone. Opening term. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. This quarter brought to you by our sponsor, Central Kitchens in Bendigo.
So Trelful in the long sleeves will do the kick-in duties for Golden Square. Wants to come down the grandstand side wing. Kick carries a little bit in the Strosh direction, but Strosh dives forward. Umpire has paid the mark, or has it gone out of bounds? No,
Second grab over the boundary line.
So Tom Strosh.
Really defensive kick in there. That's a really defensive kick in to try and block Eaglehawk on this side of the ground.
Yeah, really hard towards the boundary line. If Josh marks that, they're okay, but could force a turnover. Eaton emerges with the ball, handballs it forward. Toma couldn't quite take it cleanly. Frost went through, just got boot to ball. He went backwards to go forwards. Charging through for Eaglehawk now will be Holmes. He couldn't quite clean it cleanly. Spilling forward. Harry Kelly's in there for Golden Square. Ball hits the bottom of the pack, and we'll have another ball up.
Umpire ball it up now. We're on the wing. Broadcast side. Daniels emerges with the Dogs, but he gives it up. It's a turnover. Billy Evans, handball forward. It was neat, 20 metres. Goes to Calgary. Down the corridor, it's a lead by Jonty Neves. And get out the witches' hatch because they're going to get another shot at goal. And fantastic bit of play, Norm.
It was an excellent bit of play, and all stemmed back from Braden Frost's ruck work, and then also at ground level he was able to get that ball out to Billy Evans, and then it was a lovely pass on to Jonty Neves, who was out in front on the lead.
Now, they need to capitalise here, the Borough. It's a little bit against play. Golden Square are on. Neves on the left has kicked a goal. He punches the air, so that brings the score to Eaglehawk 1-1-7. They lead Golden Square, yet to hit the scoreboard. Score sponsor, Don Smallgood, Castlemaine. Is Don is good. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
It's a smart forward entry there. That's actually lower than where the plus is for Golden Square. So the Golden Square +1 in defence was deeper than that where that kick lands. So if Eaglehawk can continue to hit that location, 40 metres out, 45 metres out, they're a chance to get set shots like they just got.
So we'll go back in the middle. Daniels and Frost. It's an exciting battle. I'm keen to see how this one plays out today. Daniels knocks it down. Evans early for the Dogs, paddled it forward. It's picked up now and will be worked forward by Reeves. Reeves sends it up towards centre half forward. Comes off hands. Back there for Eaglehawk was O'Brien. Angove tried to emerge with it. Harry Kelly picked up the ball. He was tackled. Free kick's been pulled, going the way of Golden Square. It's going to go to Tanner Rayner. Rayner quickly on the left, sends it inside forward. 50 in the Rosengreen direction. Appeals for being held. Comes down. It's off hands. Ben Thompson will assist it over the boundary line. And Golden Square's first score is a rush minor. It's one behind, playing one goal, 1-7. Early stages of the first quarter on Father's Day Sunday. Score sponsor, JB Restumping.
Thank you very much, Cam. I'm not your father, but I'll take it. Clayton Holmes plays on from fullback for the Borough. Geez, the ball ends up on the outer side wing. It was a monster kick with the breeze. Frost getting a lot of the footy. Handball there in the direction of Burrell Grinton, who comes in the side this afternoon, under 18 player. Still on the outer side wing, Calgary. Handball back in order to go forward. Hits Mullen. Mullen, short pass forward, 30 metres. They're hard up against the boundary line, both clubs. Steps over. And it will be a ball in. 70 from home. It's Eaglehawk in attack. They lead 1-1-7 to Golden Square, one behind. 7.5 gone. Opening term. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Ball thrown in. 55 out from goal. Neves gone up in the ruck, knocked it down. Handball forward to Toma. Came from Golden Square. Macy Eaton trying to claim a free kick for a dangerous tackle. Nothing doing as Toma gets back up. Frost wins that one down. Toma lurking. Daniels was able to then pick it up off the ground. Handball backwards to Dylan Hurd. Of course, played at Eaglehawk last season before moving back to Golden Square where he was the year before. If that makes sense, he kicks it forward and finds Jaden Burke. Burke on the wing, sends it up towards centre half forward. It's a scrubbing kick picked up by Sampson, but he's pounced upon by two Eaglehawk players. And he's taken over the boundary line for a boundary throw in right in front of the poolside change rooms here at the QEO. We have played 8 minutes in the opening quarter. It's Golden Square one behind, Eaglehawk 1-1-7.
Yeah, pressure from both sides is certainly up in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Umpire throws it in. Frost, a double-handed tap to the front of the pack. Tried to find a teammate in Bennett. Couldn't emerge with the footy. We're camped 60 metres out from home to the Barnard Street end.
Apologies for my fan club walking by in front of us before.
Golden Square in attack. It's a ball up. Status quo on the outer side. Thompson might have got held without the footy. Umpire let it go. Humphrey cleans it up for Golden Square. On the left, a 20-metre ball forward. Gets punched back in the direction of Humphrey. Now it's a contested ball, ground level. Burrell Grinton getting his hands dirty. Slides in on his knees and will have a stoppage outer side wing. 1 playing 7. Eaglehawk lead. 9 minutes gone. Opening term.
Fascinating watch. That extra number for Eaglehawk is at the contest now, so they're actually electing to play the player at the contest and allowing Golden Square to have the +1 behind the
Toma emerged with the footy and handballed it forward. Eaglehawk player intercepting his tackled as soon as he received possession. So we'll ball it up again. Ball's moved 5 metres closer towards the Golden Square goal. Eaglehawk have only kicked one goal with the breeze in the opening 9 minutes. Frost has been busy early. It's knocked forward. They'll try and go backwards to go forwards, and I think they're happy to see this one over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Might have been young O'Brien over there for Eaglehawk. We'll get it thrown in front of the poolside change rooms.
So we've been camped in that area for the last minute or so. It'll be Daniels up against Frost. Daniels for Golden Square. He's got a job up against him this afternoon. No clear winner on that occasion. Thompson emergence for Eaglehawk. Goes to Frost. Back to Thompson. Thompson now. A long, long ball. It'll go shallow inside forward 50. That was a 70-metre ball. Then a big fist that just makes the momentum of the footy go further. And it goes over the boundary line. Only 15 metres around from the goal city end. So wasn't that a good bit of movement?
Tommy Stross just punched that 40 metres back towards his own goal.
Yeah, I was just thinking it can be quite dangerous to do that going back towards goal, Jace.
Definitely.
So throw in. Freckleton's in the ruck here against Neves for Golden Square. It comes down. And free kick for high tackle will go the way of Dylan Hurd. So Hurd receives the free kick, quickly emerges in those orange boots and goes right to Tom Strosh. They go down the poolside wing. His target, Jaden Burke, didn't quite carry to him. O'Shannessy will assist him over the boundary line. Neither of them touched the ball, so we'll have it boundary throw in. True centre wing on the poolside here at the QEO. 10 minutes gone. In the elimination final, it's Eaglehawk by 1 goal.
Not a lot of width on the game either. It's actually all one side of the ground, so they're not trying to move the ball expansively and move it this side of the ground, so the broadcast side of the ground. That's an interesting watch, and probably the wind conditions creating that.
Swimming pool side. Daniels grabbed the ball out of the footy out of the air for Golden Square. Contested ball now after a long handball. Got a whistle on play. Might go to Thompson.
No, it's going to Golden Square.
Golden Square. So it's Jack Stewart that's got the footy. Jack Stewart, 40-metre kick. He goes down the line, hugs the boundary line, swimming pool side. Inside forward 50 now. Barnard Street end, another contested footy. In fact, it's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Eaglehawk. And on the bottom of the pack, it's going to be Bryce Frost, I reckon, that's been paid for one too high.
So Frost has got the ball. Cross half back. He's going to switch it right backwards into the last line of defence for Eaglehawk, where he finds Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson goes a little bit more central to Angove. Angove's kick out of defence is a floater that floats out of defence straight into the hands of Macy Eaton. He gets up and quickly emerges away from Clayton Holmes. High ball inside forward 50. Burke sets himself, went to ground, appeals for a free kick. Nothing doing. Tomer going hard against the footy. He couldn't take it. Jack Stewart went through, free kick for an off-the-ball infringement going the way of Eaglehawk. A little bit of push and shove on behind the ball, but it's going to be a free kick to O'Shannessy.
So good contest here at the QO. He goes across the face of goal. Ango fumbled a ball. He's under pressure. Gives it now back to Frost. Frost will go further back, and they're just mucking around a little bit, Bennett, and eventually ends up with Sam Thompson. Now they'll come forward. Eaglehawk. It's a kick up onto the wing broadcast side. Darcy Richards swoops on the ball. Then he does a banana kick from the wing area. He's looking for Strosh. Trelfel in the area as well. They've got numbers. John Coe runs onto the footy for Golden Square. Back by hand to Trelfel. Trelfel on the left. Kick 35 metres forward. Shelton dropped the ball he should have taken. Now McGlashan emerges for the Borough. Handball to Clayton Holmes. It's fumbly footy here. It's finals footy. Umpires letting it go. Good job. Hurried kick out of the pack by Harrison Kelly.
Kelly's kick bounces towards centre half forward. Getting back will be Thompson for Eaglehawk. He's taken in a dangerous tackle, so he'll receive himself a free kick. Umpire Carter right on the scene of that one against Rosengreen. So Thompson will then chip the ball short. Happy to go short to Thomas Bennett. Eaglehawk looking to be a little bit more central at times today as Bennett goes with another short pass again to Jack Thompson. Accumulating numbers across half back as Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson's kick into the middle of the ground. Finds Bennett. Bennett handballs back to Thompson. And then Thompson will hit the middle of the ground where he finds McGlashan. McGlashan in the centre of the QEO is going to slow things down here for Eaglehawk. And he'll send it inside forward 50.
We've got an arm wrestle on our hands in this elimination final. It goes inside forward 50 now for the Borough, Eaglehawk. They need to capitalise, and they haven't at the moment because we've gone 14 minutes in this opening term, and they're only 1-1-7 and Golden Square at 1 behind.
Yeah, I think Eaglehawk have got to bite the bullet here and try a few switches, get the ball on this grandstand side to have their shots at goal.
Umpire will throw it in. Daniels up against Richards of Eaglehawk. Daniels of the Golden Square. He grabbed it out of the ruck. He handballed it into the path of Humphrey, and Humphrey couldn't quite reach the footy, and I I thought he offended over Billy Evans' shoulder. He didn't. Umpire said, I'm going to ball it in because it went over the boundary line. And 70 metres out from the goal that Eaglehawk are attacking. Swimming pool side. They're going to the city end. It'll be a ball in.
Throw in. McGlashan got to the front, took it out of the ruck, handball to Geary, free kick. And might have been a hold against Daniels to McGlashan. So it'll go back to Cam McGlashan.
He's within range here.
Especially with this breeze from 55 metres out, it's definitely doable. We saw a couple of goals earlier today go in from a lot further distance than this. One noticeable in the under-18s earlier for Castlemaine from true centre wing position, but McGlashan will send it goalwards right from the top of the square. Macy Eaton back on the last line. In fact, Tom Strosh on the last line of defence is there to punch it through for a minor score. So their second minor, it's 1-2-8 Eaglehawk. One behind Golden Square, 15 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Score sponsor, Parsons Towings, Castlemaine.
In the coach's box there for Eaglehawk, I'm wondering how long I actually allow Golden Square to keep that +1 behind when we're actually winning plenty of the footy.
Trolful for the Dogs, trots off out of the kick in from fullback. Then he sends it long to the swimming pool side, but O'Shannessy took a nice strong mark. That's Sam for Eaglehawk. So he'll send it back into the forward line, into the corridor. Calgary, good strong hard lead. He hit it at pace and he marked it, didn't fumble, and he'll have a shot at goal pretty much directly in front.
Yeah, lovely pass of the football there by O'Shannessy. Sam, excellent delivery, and Calgary used all his experience there to find a path straight up the centre.
Let's see what experience tells him with this kick towards goal. Kicking with a breeze up his backside as it doesn't work out well from him in the end. Just sneaks through for another minor score. 1-3-9, the Borough. Dogs, one behind, 16 minutes gone. Opening term, local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
They're the opportunities that Eaglehawk need to take, aren't they?
They are, like they've got 10 minutes now. They need 3 or 4 quick goals.
Good crowd in attendance on a Sunday afternoon. Elimination final from the QEO. Trolful comes in. Chips the short pass to Ricky Monty. Ricky Monty, the vice-captain of this Golden Square side. Slows things down before he'll proceed to send the kick down the line, pull side wing. Holds up in the breeze a little bit. Flying over the back, Strosh couldn't quite bring it down. Spilling forward. Handball forward, Sampson trying to emerge with it. Drop the footy over the boundary line. O'Shannessy come to assist it over the boundary line. And we'll get it thrown in 70 metres out from goal at the Bendigo City end, which is the end that Eaglehawk are attacking too.
Good, strong contest. Finals footy. I feel like this one's up a bit on the intensity of yesterday. They just seem to be handling the tougher conditions a little bit better, albeit they haven't hit the scoreboard very much. It's only an 8-point margin, as we'll have a secondary stoppage. 70 from goal to the city end. Eaglehawk are in attack. Left half forward, swimming pool side. Up they go in the ruck. Neves doing the ruck now for Eaglehawk. They seem to be changing it up as Monty emerges for the Dogs. Handball over the top, goes forward, puts the Dogs under pressure. It will be a stoppage again, 70 metres out, exactly where it started from when I just took over this little bit of a call. And we'll do it all again. Ball up, 70 out from goal. 8-point margin, 17.5 gone. The Borough lead this one in the elimination final.
Cross half back, it's in the hands of Harry Kelly, who's being tackled by Mullen. And we'll get a ball up right at centre half back for Golden Square, right on the top of the 50. Ball goes up. Neves went up and got it over Rayner, but it was sharked by Golden Square, then to send into the middle of the ground. But O'Brien, handball partially smothered there by Stewart, which put the ball into a contest, and they'll all dive on top of it. The umpire will cross his arms, and he will say, I will have it. Umpires today, Scotty Bennett, David Carter, and Andy Snell, doing the elimination final here from the QEO.
Up they go in the ruck. It's an arm wrestle. Tried to grab the footy out of the air. Rayner couldn't quite do it for the Dogs, and we'll have another stoppage. Umpire says, give it to me. 8-point margin. The Dogs trail. They're going to the Barnard Street end, which is a pretty tough end to kick goals from, one would think. Up they go in the ruck again. Neves, the ball spills towards the middle, and they're away. Mullen just dropped a footy he should have went away with. Then he emerges, goes to Frost. Frost, very short pass. Bolger now at the Borough, sends it inside forward 50. Good defensive punch, Tom Strosh. Puts it straight over the boundary line. It went 40 metres, and a defensive bit of play that the coach had a smile on his face.
Yeah, it's working for Golden Square. I'm surprised that Eaglehawk haven't tried to neutralise that matchup and have a one-on-one in that area of the ground.
Tommy Strosh loves coming in and just pumping that ball away. Rayner went up in the ruck for Golden Square. Fell out to Johnny Coe, who just barreled it out there as far as he could. Bolger tracks back for Eaglehawk, couldn't quite take it. Assisted over the boundary line in a one-on-one with Brodie James. We'll have it thrown in underneath the scoreboard. 9 points, Eaglehawk, one behind Golden Square. But those trees over the back aren't blustering as much as what you would think, I reckon, at the minute, Norm.
No, it's there's not as much breeze out there as present as early in the game.
So thrown in. McGlashan might have got first hands to it, but it spilt out to Reeves. Reeves gave the handball off before they kicked the ball into the middle of the ground. Going after it, Eaton couldn't quite take it. Battling away, Thompson fires the handball forward. Mullen then picked it up cleanly on the half volley. Had time to emerge. He wheels around on the right, sends it in the Darcy Richards direction. Richards got up, but it just slipped through his fingertips and slams into the point post. We'll get it thrown in as it bounced into the point post, not hitting it on the full. We'll throw it in right up against that left-hand point post at the Bendigo town end of the ground. Eaglehawk by 8 points would love a goal here, John.
They are building towards it. It's ticked over 20 minutes in this opening term. They've only got one on the board so far. Richards probably dropped a mark just before he ordinarily would have taken. Then it was swooped on there by Calgary, who put it up the chimney wide, and it goes out of bounds on the full.
Yes, I think Darcy Richards would love that opportunity back again. He got too far under the fall of the ball and just couldn't quite hang on.
So, James with the footy for the Dogs. He's got the free kick. He's 15 metres around from the goal he defends. He's going down the swimming pool side, just beyond 50. Pack forms. Jack Stewart grabbed the footy for the Dogs, but going nowhere, and we will have a ball up. 70 from home. Eaglehawk in attack, outer side.
Ball up, Reeves handball backwards to James. James was quick just to clear the kick out of the congestion. It bounces forward. Frost in there for Eagle, couldn't take it. Truffle has emerged in the middle of the ground. He finds some space. He gets on the right, sends it down to Rosengreen on a one-on-one. Good defensive punch from behind by Hanley. It spills to ground. Rosengreen tries to sell Hanley some candy. He got taken in the tackle and completely dropped it. Umpire said not doing. Had to be holding the ball. Eventually they'll get the second free kick to Hanley. And Hanley will receive it across half back for Eaglehawk. He'll look to chip it into the middle of the ground. Decides to go a little bit longer with the kick. It's not his greatest kick to Frost, who's got a battle against three. It spills to Angove. Angove with a little neat kick out of there falls to Marsh. Deacon Marsh in there for Eaglehawk will be being held. Another one of those under-18s Eaglehawk boys out there this afternoon. Marsh will have it 65 out from goal.
Deacon Marsh. He had Clayton Holmes running for him by hand. He ignored it. Then he goes to the hot spot. There's two to choose from. Calgary had the front position. Has a shot at goal. Probably played on when he didn't have to.
He marked that. He could have had a set shot.
Yeah.
And he didn't. It's a minor score. So 1-4-10 Eaglehawk. One behind Golden Square. 22 gone opening term.
I think the umpire's whistle come a little bit too late for him. He got boot the ball quick. Then the umpire's whistle came and the umpire called play on.
So Truffle kicks it out of defence to Dylan Hurd. Hurd takes it. He'll then send it probably out of bounds on the full. It'll be marked by Travis Matheson of Eaglehawk. Of course, he's not out there, Travis Matheson. So free kick, Eaglehawk, Clayton Holmes. You know, it's right in front of the bench here at Eaglehawk. Holmes looking for something before he assesses and sends it inside forward 50. It's a good-looking kick inside. Thompson come in from the side, couldn't take the mark. Hurd handballs off. Shelton bomb kicks it out of defence. Rayner got there because Humphrey couldn't quite take it, but he was taken in the tackle by Marsh. Like Clayton Holmes, I should say, sorry. And a 50-metre penalty will go against Clayton Holmes. A rather unnecessary little punch to the gut, I guess you could say. So it will be a free kick and 50 to Lachlan Humphrey. A little bit undisciplined then, Jace.
Probably not the smartest thing to do on the broadcast side of the ground with the camera right there.
No, right in front of the umpire too.
So Humphrey with the footy. He'll kick it long. He'll go inside forward 50 into the pocket now for Golden Square. It's a mark. A good juggling contested mark by Jack Stewart. He's 10 metres in from the boundary, so pretty tight angle in that forward pocket.
And this would be a dagger in the heart for Eaglehawk. If he can kick this after all their hard work, they'd only be 3 points up with minutes to play in the quarter.
This will be, he's 50 from goal. This would be an absolute unbelievable goal if he could kick this. Seriously. Opens up the angle against the conditions. The wind gets hold of it. Big fist, and it goes through for a minor score. Golden Square, they're second behind of this opening term. They are two behinds, trailing 10, 23.5 gone opening term.
I just wonder if he overcomplicated that kick a little bit there with the wind. Holmes gets it, and he just decides to go a barrel straight down the middle of the ground. That's cleared the centre circle. That is a good old-fashioned barrel out of defence. It rolls up towards centre half forward. A free kick off the ball's been paid. It's going to be Ben Thompson. And, well, they're waiting for the ball to go back because Harry Burke, he didn't touch the ball, so he wasn't entitled to give it back, but he just ran straight past it. He was not going to waste any time kicking that ball back.
He may have tapped it a little.
So Ben Thompson has it dead smack in the middle. How about the barrel, though, from Clayton Holmes, straight out of full back? Bring it back. Billy Evans takes the mark, and in these conditions, why wouldn't you just roost it down the middle like that? Evans has got it in the centre. Neves overran the footy. It goes inside. O'Shannessy will compete. Ball spills to ground. Flying shot out of there from Eaglehawk. It's a goal. I didn't quite see it. Might have been Tom Bennett that got the fast kick on that one. So Tommy Bennett gets the first goal for Eaglehawk. Or the second goal for them. The first one come from Neves. So Eaglehawk now 2-4-16 and a much needed goal with the win. Golden Square, 2 behinds, 25 gone in the opening quarter. Score sponsor, Parsons Towings, Castlemaine.
A little bit of something out of nothing, really, and probably not the right spot to enter the footy. That's right where the numbers were from a Golden Square perspective, but the ball comes to ground. Opportunist goal, just slot one through underneath a couple of hands. They certainly needed it, I think, Eaglehawk.
Back in the middle for the restart. Up they go. It'll be Frost who wins the tap against Daniels. He tapped it to Evans. Evans tries to give it to Thompson. That's Ben Thompson at the back of the pack, but he gets collared. And we're still in the middle of the QEO. Up they go again. Daniels, probably one of that occasion, but Thompson swooped on it now for Eaglehawk. It's a 60-metre ball. He'll kick it long to the dangerous position, top of the square. Dylan Hurd runs in for Golden Square. He tried to bounce, then he muffed it. He's got time. Handball forward, put Shelton under pressure. Now they're in trouble. Hurd, good strong tackling, Eaglehawk. The intensity is up. They're out of it through Shelton, though. He'll mop up and he'll kick it beyond 50 for the Dogs.
He does, and it finds its way into Sampson, who was just behind the contest in front of Holmes. Sampson then chips it even further forward, right in the middle of the grandstand wing. It's with Luke Holt for Golden Square. He'll waste no time. Short pass is a good pass. Mark taken by Eaton. Eaton on the right wheels and goes. It's a little bit of a scrubby old kick towards Burke. O'Shannessy got the punch from behind. Umpire said he might have chopped the arms. Jaden Burke has it 55 out from goal. And he thought about the shot before he sends it into the hot spot. Needs a fly. He gets one from behind. Couldn't quite bring it down. Toma, it spills to ground level. We'll have a ball up dead smack in the middle of the forward 50 for Golden Square, which is the Barnard Street end of the ground.
Sun shines out. A little bit of rain around as well. Good rainbow weather. As a hurried kick by Humphrey slews off the inside of the boot and goes towards the boundary line. And 20 metres from around the goal that Golden Square attack. Barnard Street end will have a ball in. So the rain is coming in at right angles. It's only very, very faint. Ball is thrown in. Strosh swoops on the ball for the Dogs. Turnover, he handed ball it straight and gave it to Angove. Angove's got Mullen running for him on half back. It's an awkward handball and Humphrey gets one under the chin and the Dogs, Humphrey will get a kick. He's got a player running for him. He goes long now. It was Toma. Toma into the forward pocket. Attacking here, Golden Square. Umpire has picked out a free kick to Rosengren for a hold.
Taken without it, Rosengren.
Yes, when Golden Square go forward, they look more potential of having a shot on goal than what Eaglehawk do down this end. They're more direct when they go into their forward 50.
25 metres out from goal, Rosengren. He's on not much of an angle. Wouldn't quite be 45 degrees to the Barnard Street end, but the issue is he's kicking straight into a strong, it's almost a wind. Definitely strong breeze here. Rosengren kicks through the footy and has failed. And not surprising, the goal umpire had to move a long way. So it's now Golden Square. They trail. They're 3 behinds to 2-4-16. 28 gone opening turn.
Well, let's see. Does Holmes just decide to barrel this one straight down the middle again this time? Let's see what he does. This time he looks more likely he's going to go for some options. He'll play on out of defence. Has a bounce as he runs out and then just roosts it down the grandstand side wing for Frost. But he's got to beat 4 Golden Square players. Frost did well at the front position, knocked it down. I think Eaglehawk could have the numbers at ground level. Eventually it works out through Bennett. Bennett handball forward, turnover. Freckleton emerges with it. Handballs to Burke. Burke handballs to Strosh. And then Strosh kicks it straight to Ben Thompson, who thought Christmas had come early as he takes an uncontested mark on his chest.
Thompson, short pass forward, barely 15 metres, finds Bennett. Bolger rather. Bolger, he'll go into the middle and find Billy Evans, the skipper.
Have a shot from there.
He's going to have a shot. He's going to have a shot. He's smack bang in the middle of the QEO. And if you're home listening, don't take this lightly. He hasn't got onto it, and it's still gone a good 65 metres. It bounces inside forward 50. They make sure, the Golden Square boys, that it doesn't go through. And we're all finished for the first term here at the QEO. Golden Square, 3 behinds. They trail Eaglehawk 2 forward 16. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Down back as well. Probably the best one possession quarter I think I've seen for a while structure-wise. He really held up Golden Square.
And for Eaglehawk, they're better players in that quarter were Braden Frost in the ruck, started off as he has done in recent weeks, and gave up for down back Neves. Also Mullins through the midfield. And I like the way Beryl Grinton went about it early. For a young kid, he certainly got in and got his hands dirty.
Second quarter underway at the QEO. Here's John Hunter.
Up they go in the ruck. It'll be Daniels against Frost again. It'll be Eaglehawk. They'll win it out of the middle. Frost, he boots in the direction of Richards, who's 50 metres out from the goal. He's attacking at the Barnard Street end. And we'll have a stoppage. We're all tied up. A lot of players around this footy. 3 playing 16. Golden Square trail, 20 seconds gone in the second term. Bit breezy in the commentary box as well, by the sounds of it.
Inside forward 50 here. Handball by Geary went backwards, nothing doing, and we'll have a boundary throw in inside the forward pocket, right-hand side of the South Bendigo poolside change room side. Of course, Johnny, when were the South Bendigo social rooms knocked down? Last time we were here, you couldn't believe they'd been knocked down. They'd only been knocked down for about a couple of years, months was beforehand.
Yeah.
Very observant. Ball inside forward 50.
Tragedy that get rid of those club rooms as well, those social rooms.
They used to play bingo in that hall, so I don't know what the old bingo goers would be doing now. Have to find another bingo club, John. Ball up. Daniels a little bit more athletic, knocked it down. And it goes straight to the bottom of the pack. We'll have another ball up, so the first minute and a half's been pretty stoppage-based.
Where has the windsock gone here at the QEO? Is it blown away?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen that for a long time. It used to be at the Barnard Street end, but haven't seen it for a long time. Now, it's Eaglehawk. They've got it in attack to that Barnard Street end. They're kicking against it. It'd be against the flow if they could get one here. Hard up against the boundary line, 15 metres around from goal that they attack. The ball goes over the boundary line, and we'll have a ball in.
Yeah, Eaglehawks actually had a good start to this second quarter. They've been able to keep the ball in their forward 50 once they got it in there.
Doesn't feel like there's much going on, but what they're doing is burning up time when they've got the disadvantage at the moment. Eaglehawk. Hurried kick out of the pack now. It will be the Dogs that momentarily release the pressure. Burke, that's Jaden Burke, gets one too high. The big ruckman Frost got over his shoulder as he grabbed possession. So the defensive side of the centre circle. Jaden Burke fans it wide. He's got players running for him. Toma was one of those players. He puts it on the left. He looked for Stewart, couldn't find him. And it might in fact be out of bounds on the full in the back half. And it will be Eaglehawk. Had most of the possession so far in this second term, Cam.
Yeah, not the most exciting 2 minutes of footy you will see to start the second quarter. As Eaglehawk then sent it down the wing. Frost got it. He sent it forward. Trolfel went back for Golden Square, couldn't quite take the mark. Richards came out to meet it. Trolfel's handball went straight to Mullen. Mullen's handball was smothered by Shelton. Richards then went back, got it off to Ben Thompson. Ben Thompson gave it off to Frost. Then Frost just got out of trouble. Handball forward to Mullen. Bounced off his chest. Picked up by Westcott for Golden Square. Handball to Daniels. Daniels will then send the high ball inside forward 50 to a one-on-one. Strosh couldn't quite bring it down. It spills out to Rayner. Rayner snaps around the body. Rayner puts through the goal. And Tanner Rayner gets the goal for Golden Square. And the big fella doing the front and centre crumb work. He gets Golden Square's first. They are 1-3-9. Eaglehawk 2-4-16. Early stages of the second quarter. Score sponsor, Rule and Outdoors, Castlemaine.
Eaglehawk weren't able to get a player back behind the ball there. I think they are trying to get Jonty Neves here to get back behind the footy, but he wasn't able to get there on that occasion. And really quick goal from Golden Square, which is a little bit ominous.
It is. The way Golden Square moved that, it didn't give Eaglehawk the chance. And Eaglehawk's forward 50, as we saw in the first quarter, clogged up every time they went forward, but then it was very open.
Back in the middle now, Daniels wins the tap for the Dogs, but Evans swooped on it for the Borough. Handball goes to Ben Thompson. Ben Thompson will go inside forward 50, looking for Richard. Spills to the back of the pack. Might be Coe that mops up there for the Dogs. It's still 50 from home. Stoppage. It's just moving slowly, no clean possession.
Oh, a bit high.
Might be one too high. Tom Tomer a bit overzealous in the tackling, and he gives a free kick to Zach Bolger of the Borough.
So Bolger will get up. Rosengreen is on the mark. Bolger's kick was a little bit risky, but it's marked in the end by Mullen. He had to backtrack a little bit to get to it. But Mullen, 70 out from goal, will go on the right. He decides to go with a short pass, which is a nice pass to Cal Geary. So Geary marks it right on the paint of 50. And if he wants to have a shot, when he releases the ball, he'll be pretty much right on it. Handball's off to Holmes. Holmes loads up from 55. Lewin just grabs it and sets it towards the top of the goal square. It'll be turned over, though. Golden Square will come out of defence through Reeves. Reeves' kick will go up towards Monty, but Hanley is there to knock it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Now look at the bench in front of us, Jason. Gee, Charlie Langford down there. Wouldn't they love to have him out there today?
Yeah, definitely would make a difference, wouldn't it? Would be the nice ball use coming out of the back line would have been fantastic.
And Oscar Madden as well, I noticed it's down there. In the A Reserve netball, Kangaroo Flat Trail Maryborough 41-47 in that elimination final. Must be getting close to the end of that game as it's a free kick. It'll go to Golden Square across half back. You heard the crowd in the background. So back here at the QEO, Sunshine is bathing. Monty is tackled by Thompson. Did well for Eaglehawk to tie him up. In fact, it was Rosengren. And we'll have a ball up. Just forward of centre now for Golden Square. Sun is shining here at the QEO. Daniels grabs it for Golden Square. Runs, hands balls it wide. Looks for Humphrey. Humphrey collects now. He runs to 35. He's on his favoured left and kicks a goal. Golden Square, second in a row in this second term. They go to 2-3-15 to 2-4-16. It's now a 1 point margin. Opening stages of this second term score sponsor Bendigo City Framers, where local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
That's both goals this quarter to Golden Square, just from run on in play. That's not stop start. That's just run on, attack the goal mouth, and two different types of goals. But it's pretty clear they want to move the ball forward at all costs with this win.
Well, Golden Square conceded 2 goals against it, and they've now kicked 2 in the first 6 minutes of the second quarter, so a hot start for them. Eaglehawk have had plenty of the ball inside forward 50 this quarter, though, Jace.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Rosengren from Golden Square is in the middle this entire quarter so far. Did not spend a minute in the middle in the first quarter.
Secondary ball up. Frost just knocked it forward. Coming through, unable to take the ball was McGlashan. Golden Square send a high ball up towards centre half forward. Stewart gets one over his shoulder, and he'll receive a free kick. The offender, Sam Thompson, probably not overly happy with that decision, but Jack Stewart's got it, 60 out from goal. He'll send it into the right-hand forward pocket, and a good mark is taken by Jordan Rosengren. Goes backwards and takes the mark. The kick might have been intended to go over the top to James, but Rosengren will take it. And we get a pretty good look at this one. We're right over his right-hand shoulder here. He'll line him up from 55 when he releases the ball. Right-hand forward pocket, almost in line with that right-hand goalpost. About 10 metres in from the boundary. Rosengren comes in. He leashes the footy. It's a good-looking kick. It's a great-looking kick. It slams into the post. It just drifted at the last second. Minor score, Rosengren. And it is now 2-4-16. Playing 2-4-16. 7.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers.
And the other thing is, Jace, that Tommy Strosh has made himself at home up this city end.
Clayton Holmes kicked it in from full back after playing on. McGlashan takes a mark, then hands it off to Evans. Evans on the left. They're moving it nicely now. Eaglehawk. Marsh getting involved. He kicks it to half forward. He finds Angove. Angove crosses the paint mark of 50. He'll go goalward and just offline again. And that was a good bit of ball movement by the Borough. That's 2-5-17 Eaglehawk, 2-4-16 Golden Square. 8.5 gone second term.
Does that win seem stronger at the Barnard Street end of the ground? It seems stronger that it's down that end than it does at this city end.
Affects the ball more, it seems to be, doesn't it?
Kick in finds Strosh. Strosh in defence, then clears it up the wing. Just coming out and taking the mark there will be Humphrey. Humphrey has it. Humphrey goes further forward. Mark not taken. Tomer has to go back and do battle with Reeves. Reeves then able to win it back to Tomer. Toma found some space where there probably wasn't none and sent it inside forward 50, but it's Sam Thompson back there playing the gatekeeper role for Eaglehawk. He chips it out and he finds Jack Thompson hard up against the boundary line. Jack Thompson looks in board, doesn't have anything doing, so he'll slow it down.
So plays on. Kicks it down the wing, swimming pool side. Strosh, another fist in there for the Dogs, did well. Then follows up his own ball, slides in after the footy. He asks for a free kick, puts his hands up for a hold. Umpire aggrieved. Handball to Humphrey. Getting involved, a lot of Golden Square players here. Ended up with Reeves. Reeves kicks it long on the left. Bouncing, tumbling ball over the boundary line in front of the scoreboard. 40 metres home from a goal, and we'll have a ball in.
Yes, Golden Square certainly using the wind better than Eaglehawk did in the first quarter. In this quarter, they're moving it quicker and keeping their forward line open.
Boundary umpire stands right on the paint of 50s. He throws it in. It comes off the head of Frost. Good old-fashioned Falcon. Goes straight back up in the air. A lot of players around this footy. Hard to really see who's got any clean possession on this one. Eventually the umpire crosses his arms and a free kick's been pulled, has it, or is it a ball up? No, it'll be a ball up. So
No,
a ball
free
up.
kick.
Oh, it is a free kick. Thought I heard a secondary whistle, so it goes to Golden Square. They'll send it into the pocket looking for Burke. Kick over, carried him. Turned over. Bryce Froster's back there for Eaglehawk. He quickly clears the kick out of defence. Strosh went up to try and shark it. Then he went through hard at the footy. Knocked it forward. James is there. And eventually Billy Evans, the very professional Billy Evans, comes in and takes it over the boundary line. And we're back where we started the last boundary throw in.
So that's Clayton Holmes loose now behind the ball for Eaglehawk too. And that's the disadvantage of that is that means John Coe's loose behind the ball for Golden Square.
Yeah, that's right.
Golden Square attack. Attacking 50. It's a ball in. Frost of Eaglehawk won the tap. Ball spills. Sam Thompson head over the footy. Might get a free kick.
He has.
Does. In his defensive arc. Committed to the footy, Sam Thompson. Spreads it wide. Beyond 50. Wynn grabs it. Goes to Calgeary. Calgeary collected on the bounce. A little bit of a dance for Calgeary. Then on the right, he manages to find it. Tries to find Richards. Mullen offers support. Then Mullen gives it to Richards by hand. Richards gives it up. Gives it to Toma. Turnover to Reeves. On his right foot, which is his wrong foot. Goes inside forward 50. Holmes is in the area. There's a sea of Eaglehawk players. Neves is one of them. Ball still in dispute. Holmes, he runs hard at the footy, all tied up. We'll have a ball up. 1 point margin. Eaglehawk lead. Golden Square in attack.
There seems to be two behind the ball that are loose there. It seems to be Holmes and Neves are both loose behind the ball.
Well, I know Jonty Neves has definitely been starting on the wing and then just going straight back into defence off the throw up. It's a pretty clear instruction off the last ball up. But you're right, Holmes is also down there loose on his own. But it does leave John Coe free forward of the ground for them. So it's a bit of a catch-22 at the moment. Handball out of there. It emerges. It'll be a chance for Golden Square. It'll be a flying shot from Westcott. Westcott's kick went high up in the air. Coming out and taking the mark. Strong above his head. Jaden Burke, not paid. Quickly handballs to Tom Strosh. Strosh around the body, puts through the goal. Tommy Strosh finds the goal. Something out of nothing for him. Brilliant from Jaden Burke to get the ball to him. And Golden Square have got 3 in a row. They're now 3-4-22. The Borough 2-5-17. 12 minutes gone in the second quarter. Score sponsor, Don Smallgoods. Is Don is good.
So unlucky for Jaden Burke's just taken mark of the day and hasn't been paid because it went, what do we think, 12, 13 metres?
That's
I'm
right.
not sure. But
I don't think it quite went far enough. It went far enough up in the air, but great awareness from him from Jaden to get that handball off to Strosh while he was going to ground.
Back in the middle of the QEO for the restart in this elimination final of 2024. The loser is, of course, eliminated. And Golden Square now take possession out of the middle. It will be Eaton. A long ball, 60-metre ball, inside forward 50. Camped underneath it was Neves of the Borough. Dropped a mark he should have taken. Toma ran on to the Dogs. He got collared. Jack Stewart now dived in off the football. Umpires letting play go on 50 metres from goal. Golden Square in attack will have a stoppage. And let's do it all again. 22 playing 17. The Dogs lead. 13 and a half gone. Second term.
Daniels got up extremely high and then he knocked the ball to ground. He's fallen down. He looks like he might have hurt himself in the process. A bit slow to get up. Eaglehawk emerged with the footy though. Angove sends it up. Richards couldn't quite mark on his chest, but he's able to accelerate away from his opposition player. And he'll send it up forward line. Golden Square have just got numbers around the drop of the footy. And I reckon that's because of that loose player being behind the ball, Jace, that whenever Eaglehawk go forward, it just seems to be an outnumber on the contest in favour of Golden Square.
yeah, that's the risk when you do throw a player back behind the ball that you do end up giving the opposition that exactly what they want, and in particular for Golden Square. John Coe being loose is a really dangerous thing to have.
Ball in now. Eaglehawk in attack. Cross half forward. Swimming pool side. McGlashan doing the ruck work on this occasion for Eaglehawk, but it'll golden square that'll emerge. James with the footy. Kicks it long now to half forward. Ball spills to the back of the pack. Toma will run onto it for the Dogs. He's at 50, hard up against the boundary line. On the left, he'll go to the goal square, and it'll be a goal! Gee whiz!
Not sure he meant it.
Oh, did that not come from... I don't know where it came from, but it was absolutely amazing piece of play. It takes Golden Square to 4-4-28 to Eaglehawk 2-5-17. Score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yes, that's definitely something out of nothing there. Just threw the ball onto Boot as he ran towards the boundary line. He got a very lucky bounce. Shane Warne off break, and it took a turn, went straight through the goals, and something out of nothing for Golden Square, and they're now starting to stamp a little bit of authority on this game.
Well, the next goal, you feel like Eaglehawk might want to get this one against the breeze. Eaton handballed it out of there. Monty emerged with it, gave it back to Eaton, then managed to somehow find his way through trouble. Not sure it was an effective handball. Evans got it out. Evans' ball went out wide, taken by young Deacon Marsh, who was happy to be taken in the tackle. And we'll get a ball up, centre wing position. Umpire Carter, young David Carter. He'll quickly raise the ball up in the air. Sampson goes up for Eaglehawk and knocks it down. In fact, it's Rayner, I should say, going up in the ruck, and it goes down for a secondary ball up. They're about 80 metres out from goal.
Those Eaglehawk names, Golden Square names around the ball. Monty, Toma in the forward half at the moment, and Macy Eaton are certainly getting plenty of the footy this quarter.
I notice a lot of these players are being careful when they're tackling too, Jace, which I like. AFL style, as in not slamming and driving their heads into the ground. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have noticed it today. It's very noticeable that they're actually not piling the player into the ground, so they're actually taking a bit of care, which is good.
So, good news for the AFL, because it's filtering down, obviously. I don't know if it'd be an instruction at this level, and the reason we're talking about this is because we're treading water now, because it's 3 stoppages. It's finally a clearance by Jack Thompson, but Golden Square will win it through Harry Burke. He'll give it by hand to Trelfall. Trelfall, the Dogs will spread it wide to half forward. One-on-one contest. Rosengren grabs the footy, but he's tackled for the Dogs. And 70 from goal, the Dogs attacking. City End will have a ball up, 28 playing 17, Dogs lead. 17 and a half gone, second term. This quarter brought to you by our sponsors, Central Kitchens in Bendigo.
McGlashan goes up, just knocks it forward, straight to Kelly. Kelly gave it off to Trolful, whose kick was smothered, but it emerged with Rosengren. Rosengren just sends a mongrel punt inside forward 50. Holmes goes up, knocks it away with the fist. Spills out wide though, Toma tracking after it, and they've got to be careful here. Toma and Neves having a little bit of a argy-bargy inside that forward 50 underneath the scoreboard. So we'll get it thrown in. 17 playing 28. Good battle here at the QEO. 4 goals to Golden Square at this end of the ground, the City end. Just the 2 for Eaglehawk in the first quarter. Taken out of the ruck by Rayner. Rayner goes goalwards, and a good intercept mark by O'Shaughnessy playing on Burke. He'll clear it out of defence for Eaglehawk.
O'Shaughnessy wasn't keen to move it initially. Now he does. Oh, it's a poor kick. It come off. Well, in fact, it looked like to Slew to me, but in fact, he's smarter than me. He goes to Marsh. Marsh now goes a little bit more central to Mullen. Mullen is still in his defensive arc of 50. He'll cross it laterally to Holmes. Holmes is on right half back. Kicking to the Barnard Street end. He's got the swimming pool to his right shoulder. Now he goes long towards the boundary line. Off hands. Trelfall for the Dogs. Turnover. Kicks it. They're just playing kick to kick here, Cam, as it comes back and it'll end up with Frost, who's the defensive side of the centre circle for Eaglehawk.
Yeah, he received it from Thompson. Now they come out. Now they can get some run through Neves. Neves gets and goes and sends an absolute grubber of a kick inside forward 50. A worm burmer, as you want to call it. It comes off hands. Burke back there for Golden Square. Paddles it forward. They'll try and come out of defence. Picked up by James. He gets into some space before chipping the kick down the line. Mark not taken. It now comes to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy chips it forward and he'll go to Neves. Neves marks it, centre wing position. We'll be hoping for a better kick than his last effort, which was a worm burner. It's a little bit nicer into the middle of the ground. Finds McGlashan. McGlashan's kick puts Angove under a bit of pressure because it didn't hit him on the chest. Angove picked it up nicely. He chipped it even further forward to Bennett. Bennett goes inside forward 50. He goes goalward from 50. Mark in the square. Not quite Ben Thompson. And eventually Strosh gets back to knock it through for a minor score. But that was probably Eaglehawk's best passage of play for a little while. They're 2-6-18. Golden Square 4-4-28.
They look most likely to score with a dirty ball going inside 50. They don't look like they're going to score with a clean entry.
No, that's true, but Ben Thompson there should have held on to that. It bounced straight off his chest, and it would have been a certain goal had he held on.
Trelfall trots away from his kicking from full back. Then he centres the ball. Straight to O'Brien, and it was a poor kick, so away they go here. McGregor, Eaglehawk, but another turnover. Dylan Hurd picks up the footy across half-back for the square. He'll kick it inside forward 50. It's a one-on-one race for the footy. Rosengren will get there first. Manages to put the boot on the foot. Hanley did well for Eaglehawk. Pressure was there and he kicked it out of bounds on the full, and now it'll be a free kick to Eaglehawk.
Yes, crowd weren't happy then because as those two went at the ball, Rosengren had a good handful of Hanley's jumper, and it just deserts for Hanley to get the kick.
I was just about to say, if there ever was footy gods on that occasion, it would have had to be, because that was a clear jumper pull on Hanley. But he was able to get back and force Rosengren's kick out of bounds on the full.
Final score in the A-Reserve netball. Kangaroo Flat have been defeated by Maryborough 45-50. And the senior game will just start shortly in the next 10 minutes or so.
Hanley leans back as he kicks it, so it wasn't his greatest kick, and it's going to be turned over to Lockie Humphrey, who's right on the paint of 50 for Golden Square.
Yes, he got rid of Calgary out of that marking contest too easy for mine.
Jeez, it was a real ugly kicking style though, wasn't it, Norm, from Ethan Hanley? Almost fell right back as he kicked it. So Humphrey's going to back himself in. He's already got one goal today. 55 out from goal. Right-hand forward pocket in line with that right-hand goalpost. He'll come in on the left, send it goalwards, Lockie Humphrey, and it swings in the breeze to the right-hand side. So he adds to his tally with a minor. Eaglehawk's score is now 2-6-18. Golden Square, 4 goals, 5-29.
Yes, there's good signs out there for Eaglehawk. Darcy Richards, his work rate up forward's been good. It's only a matter of time before he starts to clunk a few and have a bit of a say in this contest.
He's come off for a bit of a rest now at the 21-minute mark. He's on the bench. Clayton Holmes for Eaglehawk plays on quickly now from the kick-in from full-back. Will send it swimming pool side, a 60-metre ball. They'll set themselves. McGlashan got his hands on the foot. He couldn't mark it. Reeves then stole it off him for the Dogs, and it's a turnover, brings it back the other way, but another turnover. He kicked it straight to Holmes. Holmes in his defensive arc of 50. He'll go down the line. He was looking for his teammate, couldn't find him. Now it's another turnover. Turnovers galore here. It's now the Golden Square. With the footy was Westcott. He goes to the top of the square and another turnover. So it's turn after turnover. Jonty Neves eventually kicks it beyond 50.
Yeah, there's another turnover. So Neves got it from O'Shannessy. He kicked it straight to Humphrey, about 5 metres further out from where he was before. This time he goes short to Trelfall. We know Trelfall's a big booming kick. He might be a chance to go back and slot this one from here. He puts the ball under his shoulder. And he says, I'm going to have the shot here. His eyes are looking a little bit wayward, looking for an option. But we have got the perfect view for this kick. And I don't reckon Jack Trelfall would have gone forward too many times and slotted goals. But he'll line them up 55 metres out. A metre in from the boundary. He might have been going for the centering kick. At least that's what I'm hoping for. And it'll come off hands. Rosengren almost sharks it in the square. It comes to Tom Strosh. And Tom Strosh puts it through for a minor. And it will be a free kick. Well, a behind, which will be a ball back in for Eaglehawks, Clayton Holmes.
Yeah, to Eaglehawks' credit, the late in this second quarter, they've tightened up their defensive pressure and put real pressure on Golden Square having shots at goal.
Dogs by 12 points. 22 minutes gone, second term. Holmes again trots off from fullback. The kick in. It's a mirror image of the last kick. He kicked it this time to Frost. He had big arms. He just floated from nowhere. The big ruckman. Short ball by foot. Finds Thompson. He kicked it towards the boundary line. Still across half back. Burrow, short pass forward. Evans receives. Still halfway between half back and the wing. Now more central. They'll come in board. They'll try to work something. They've got the runners. Who will pick it up? It'll be Neves. Neves, well tackled by Rosengren. Rides him like a piggyback there, Jason. And we'll have a stoppage and a ball up. But marred with a few errors this last few minutes.
Yeah, it's that pressure of finals, isn't it? I think it's finals pressure. It's all around the contest. And Eaglehawk knows they've got to drive in now. If they don't turn the pressure up now, the game can get away from them.
Going through, handballing it forward was Hanley. Hanley got it further to Burrell Grinton. Burrell Grinton went through. His handball found its way to Thompson, who was tackled straight away. So we'll have another ball up. Umpire throws the ball back up in the air. Frost got the run at Daniels and won it down. Had to go and do his own clearance work, though. Managed to get the handball out to Bolger under all sorts of pressure. Dylan Hurd got him in the tackle, and he had one arm pinned, so it was holding the ball. And while Dylan Hurd's tried to play for a 50 as Bolger was getting back up off the ground then, I'm not sure what he was really intending to do, but Hurd gets it. He'll send it inside forward 50. And it comes off hands out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Is Lockie Humphrey allowed to go in and bump the player on the mark like that as he takes the kick, though, Jace?
Not generally, Cam. No,
I thought it was a bit of a strange decision. I felt like Bolger might have been entitled for a free kick then.
No, Bolger wouldn't have got the free kick, but the umpire would have called it back and made Golden Square take the kick again.
In the forward zone now for the Dogs. Toma got his hands on the footy. Handball to the opposition. Another turnover. On the end of it there was Sampson of the Dogs goes goalward. And that was an opportunity missed. They were open. And it's another minor score. Dogs, they lead 31. Eaglehawk 18, 24 and a half minutes gone, second term.
It's just one goal away from blowing it wide open, I have a feeling. So Eaglehawk really need to hold in this next 5-10 minutes, whatever this quarter will go for. They really need to hold up now if they want to stay in the contest.
Holmes will bring the ball back into play. He'll run his 15 metres before sending it right in the direction of Frost. Got up and took the mark in front of Daniels. Good kick out of defence. Frost has been busy. Handball's off. Jack Thompson will then send the kick even further forward down the line. Troffel gets in and knocks the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Two centre wing, pull side at the QEO. Golden Square 31, Eaglehawk 18 on your Father's Day Sunday. Elimination final football from the Queen Elizabeth Oval.
Are you one of those, Cam? The father, I mean. As the ball, I'll give you time to think about it, as Daniels gets it from the...
It's got to be ball.
Ball in from full back. And, geez, I'll tell you, for a bloke that's got a torn hamstring, Frost, Norm, he's doing pretty well. Frost emerges with the footy. He played on. He kicks it inside forward 50. They'll set themselves. Coe did well defensively. Got his hands on the footy. He got dragged down. And he will get a free kick. What a servant this man is. John Coe spreads it wide. Looks for Jaden Burke. Jaden Burke takes a mark. He's on half-back broadcast side. Handball over the top. They're away here. Golden Square. Good defensive punch. Sam Thompson at Eaglehawk, the Borough. Puts it over the boundary line. True centre wing in front of the grandstand. We'll have a ball in. It's 31 playing 18. Square lead. 26 gone. Second term. This quarter brought to you by our sponsors, Central Kitchens in Bendigo.
Daniels tried to take it out of the ruck. Worked out through Tom Bennett. Bennett's handball forward. James went hard at it for Golden Square. Overran it a little bit. Toma gets it. Goes towards the boundary line. Taken down in the tackle. And we'll have a ball up with Zach Bolger doing the tackling duties for Eaglehawk. Umpire Carter throws the ball up in the air. Daniels got up high, then he just slapped it forward. Might favour Hanley for Eaglehawk. Hanley to Ben Thompson. Tried to get rid of the Eaton tackle. Did well. Gave it to Hanley. Hanley to Angove. Angove's hard up against the boundary line as Humphrey takes him over. And we'll have a ball up. Back where we started the passage of play not that long ago.
Really smart hit out that one previously by Kai Daniels. Just got to try and move it into space if you're Golden Square in this spot.
Umpire throws it in now. Daniels v Frost. Frost's front position might have got a push and did. Blind Freddie could have seen that. You could tell that he knew he was in trouble, Daniels. That was the only thing he could do to get possession of the footy, and in fact gives it away with a free kick. Frost with the left. He'll kick it down the line. It goes to 50. A push now. It'll go the other way. No, it will go to Thompson, will it? Yep. So Ben Thompson's got the free kick. Too far from home. Short pass in the pocket, a 30-metre ball. Hits Mullen. Mullen still too far. In fact, it almost went laterally. Mullen still 50 from home. Mullen now tries to straighten things up. Hits Billy Evans. And I'm still not confident he's close enough in these conditions, Jace.
No, well, the last shot that was for this area of the ground went hard left to right, didn't it, towards the pool change room. So it's going to take a heck of a kick to score from here.
Half-time in the MCD FNL, it is Harcourt 5-2-32, leading Carisbrook 2 straight 12 at Maryboro's Princess Park.
Billy Evans. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he starts it nice. And it goes as straight as an arrow on this occasion, the first time this afternoon. Off the boot, you could see it was going to be a goal. So Billy Evans, one against the flow for Eaglehawk. And that's a very, very handy goal at the death here. It's red time in this second term. Golden Square, 4-7-31. It's only a 7-point margin. Eaglehawk, 3-6-24. Score, sponsor, Parsons Towing in Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yes, Eaglehawk need this centre clearance, get it into their forward 50, lock it in again and try and get the final goal of the first half if they can.
First goal of the day to the Barnard Street end of the ground, and it is a big goal for Eaglehawk. McGlashan goes up against Daniels. Neither ruckman got a hand to it. Strosh emerged with it before he was taken in the tackle, and he dropped the ball. Good tackling there from Mullen. Mullen will pick up the ball in the middle of the ground. He'll quickly wheel it up towards centre half forward. McGlashan going back with the fly and has taken a terrific grab. The mark's been paid. He copped one for his troubles. That was a brilliant bit of courage from Cam McGlashan. He's going to be a little bit sore getting back up. But, geez, that was a great bit of play. He's 55 out from goal. Daniels marks it. He's going to pass off onto the leading O'Shannessy. Great play from McGlashan. And O'Shannessy takes the mark for Eaglehawk. This is Jack O'Shannessy. We haven't seen him yet today. He's kicked 24 goals on the season. This will be for goal number 25. And if he kicks this and Eaglehawk are back within a point at half time, geez Louise, would they be the happier of the two sides. 50 from out from goal. O'Shannessy comes in. He decides to pass it off. Unchecked ball. McGregor dropped the mark inside forward 50. It was a good decision, I reckon, to hit that kick. It just lacked that last second mark for McGregor.
I was just about to say on the lead-in, I didn't think he had the journey, so that was a really smart entry. Dropped the mark.
Oh, did all the hard work too.
Umpire will ball it up. McGlashan does the ruck work for the Borough. Emerging for the Dogs will be Westcott. An awkward kick to the wing now. Contest. A lot of players around the footy. Humphrey wins it for the Dogs. He'll go short pass. He'll go smack bang into the middle. He batters up his own ball. It didn't hit a target. Good strong tackling. And now, just forward of centre, Eaglehawk in attack will have a ball up, a stoppage.
It's all right.
We thought you'd fallen off the perch at the back row there, Norm. Don't do that to us. I'm not giving you mouth to mouth. As it's half-time here, the siren goes at the 31-minute mark, almost 31 minutes. Golden Square 4-7-31. And I reckon a pretty happy Eaglehawk with that last goal. They trail 3-6-24. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yeah, very, very good game of footy going on here at the QEO. And if you're a coach of Eaglehawk, would you be happy in this position? I know I probably would be, Jace.
Yeah, towards the end of that quarter, I think I said there was one more goal away from Golden Square actually blowing it open.
Most of every opportunity, unlike the first quarter where they were a little bit inaccurate in that first quarter, 2-4. But they need to make the most of it this quarter, and we should be in for an excellent final quarter of football.
Let's get the second half underway here at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. Umpire Carter holds the ball up. Here's John Hunter.
So we're away in this third term, the premiership quarter in this elimination final. It'll be Eaglehawk with possession. Ball goes from Thompson, went in the direction of Frost. They've got numbers, Calgeary getting involved. They're lining up at the moment, Eaglehawk, as it goes inside forward 50. Neves is the target. He gets collared. He's 35 from home. And we'll have a whistle on play and a ball up. So good, strong start in this opening minute. Jace?
I was going to say, for the first time today, I couldn't see Strosh at the city end, but now I can. He is in the city end.
Off hands, Ben Thompson in there for Eaglehawk. Somehow got boot to ball. It went high up. Tried to be knocked forward by Freckleton. Came out to Daniels. Daniels just got it out to Toma, who was bumped hard by Golden Squares. Jack Thompson.
You got indigestion from swallowing that hamburger can.
Trying to get that burger down before the first
15
30
seconds.
of play. That's about all it took for me to woof that burger down, I reckon, 15 seconds. Eaglehawk will send it back inside forward 50. Neves gets the bounce, but he's tackled straight away by Freckleton, and we'll have another ball up on the paint of 50.
The one thing I did notice from that first forward 50 entry of Eaglehawk was they had nobody at the back of the pack in case the ball did carry over.
So it's a ball up now. See who emerges. Daniels, a handball over the top to Rosengren on his defensive arc of 50. Handball backward to Shelton, who had a good start, just slowed down a little. Rosengren banged it on the boot pretty quickly, and it was probably a fortunate spot. Did pretty well. I'll move it across half-back now. Dogs, Harrison, Burke. Ball paddled forward. Trelful was strong tackle. Might have got one too high. Umpire agreed. And good tough bit of play by both sides on that occasion.
So Trelfel stands up with the footy, gets up a little bit sore and proppy for himself as well. So he'll just chip it short to Tom Strosh, and then he puts his hands on his knees. Keep an eye on that one, Jay Stevens, as Tom Strosh has possession of the ball. He'll loft the high ball down the grandstand side wing. Frost will get there first. Oh, good mark in from the side. In fact, it was Rayner. Rayner had no right to mark that ball. He plays on quickly with his left. Up to centre half forward. Frost got in front for Eaglehawk. Ball spilt out. Sampson will get back for Eaglehawk, taken down by Holmes, and he didn't have the footy when he was, so free kick, Jack Sampson.
A-grade netball update. Gisborne, it was Eaglehawk 15. They lead Strathfield, say, 14.
So Sampson will kick the ball inside forward, 50 for Golden Square. Waits for something to emerge and sends it to the mass pack of players around it. It comes off hands. Billy Evans gets it. Handball to Geary. Cal Geary, he clears it out of defence. It'll go up towards Neves, but Shelton came in front of him and stole it. Then he tried to handball back to Freckleton. He missed him, and Darcy Richards is such an experienced character under all sorts of pressure. Knocks the ball over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in and neutralises the situation.
Trelfel looks okay behind the play too, just a corky in the bottom of the calf, I would have thought, and he seems to be trying to run it out at the moment.
Golden Square marginally in attack. Frost, a big punch for the Borough, puts it towards the boundary line. They won't let it go out. Coe runs onto it for the Dogs, so maintains possession. Daniels coughed it up, gave it to Angove of the Borough. He kicked it forward there to Bolger. Now Eaglehawk with a chance at 50. They look like they'll cough it up. They will. Freckleton on the end of a handball, who's been quiet now for Golden Square, puts it to the wing. Two players to choose from. It was Rayner and Humphrey, who's been good for the Dogs as well. Stoppage forms on the true centre wing. Outer side, swimming pool side will have a ball up. The Dogs 31 lead the Borough 24. 4 minutes gone. Third term, local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
So ball up, Rosengreen gets it, just clears it out of the space, sends it up the line. Holmes in front for Eaglehawk. Couldn't take it cleanly, but he dived in hard. Had 3 players to beat before Mullen come to lend some assistance. And we'll have a ball up on the centre wing position here. 31 playing 24. Umpire Carter lofts the ball up in the air, son of the great Gavin Carter. We know he'll be listening along at home or at the ground, whether he may be. Eaton goes through, stolen by Mullen, ran under all sorts of pressure, and he'll be pinned holding the ball as he tried to bounce his way through a Rosengreen tackle. He was unable to do so, and he dropped the footy. Free kick, Jordan Rosengreen.
Seems to be putting a little bit of a mark on the game at the moment now, Rosengreen. Just gradually easing into it. He's an important player. He'll kick it long down the line. Can they maintain possession here? It won't. It'll be a turnover. Frost. Now a long kick from half-back for the Borough. Neves picks it up. He's tackled by Strosh. And on the wing, we'll have another stoppage. And a game in this third term marred by stoppages, Jace, I feel.
Yeah, it is, and that's probably advantage Golden Square to have a lot of stoppages in this quarter when they don't have the win. So Eaglehawk need to get it out and moving.
Handball into the middle of the ground. Calgary gave it off to Joel Mullen. In fact, Mullen then chips it short to Ben Thompson. Thompson's kick inside forward 50 found its way into the hands of O'Shannessy. It was actually Billy Evans that had possession of the ball, not before the Mullen, but it's in the hands of O'Shannessy inside forward 50 underneath the scoreboard.
I thought you said he doshed the long sleeves.
Well, there was the number 9 short sleeve jumper being handed to him, and it looked like he was going to swap him over, but he's still out in the long sleeves as he goes towards goal. Right from the top of the 50, it comes off hands. McGlashan's kept the ball alive, in fact. He wheels back inboard on the left. Bolger's now got a chance. He goes one way, then the other. Tried to get the quick, but he was tackled by Kelly at the last second. Taken by McGregor. McGregor fires it goalwards and kicks it across the face out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, worst option there for Eaglehawk out on the full. They would have rathered the ball bounce out or Golden Square get a kick in.
So important times here for both sides. It's only a 7-point margin, but who can make the most of having the breeze, the wind, as Shelton kicks it beyond 50 for Golden Square. Also getting involved is Rayner, but it will be another turnover. McGlashan now for the Borough. He'll kick it to half forward. It's a poor bounce. Good punch there defensively by Hurd. Punches it back into the centre square. Reeves dishes it off to a teammate in Burke. Jaden Burke didn't look. It goes off the side of the boot, but dropped a mark that should have been taken there. Across half forward was Clayton Holmes. He gets tackled and will have another ball up.
Yeah, probably a little bit unlucky there. Got rammed into the ground front first with the Golden Square player on his back.
Probably an interesting decision by Jaden Burke there too, just to bomb it forward and try and blast a torpedo down towards their goal against the wind. Comes straight off the side of the boot and brings it
that is
over the contest.
Sorry to cut you off, but that is a real bloody face there. Running off.
Oh, yeah.
Clayton Holmes has got some serious claret coming from his face here. He's been
And
yellow carded as
yellow-carded.
well. What, Jay? Did anyone see what happened then? Clayton Holmes has been yellow
Well, he
carded.
probably felt that he should have got the free kick, and he got his head first rammed into the ground, and the umpire didn't pay the free kick.
So, but why has Clayton Holmes received a yellow
Well,
card?
he must have back-chatted the umpire.
Well, he looks like he's come off second best for that, looking at his face.
Yeah, but he must have back-chatted the umpire.
Gee
I
whiz.
felt it was a push in the back when it first happened, but the umpires haven't even paid a free kick.
So
They're
now there's
just-
no free kick. Clayton Holmes... Either way, Clayton Holmes is off, and that is a serious bloody face.
No, just square, Cam.
Sorry, that's a serious face.
That's bloodied.
Oh, bloody face.
This is an interesting phase of the game for Eaglehawk now, because Golden Square could put a loose man in their forward line.
That's a big cut too. That's not just that's a massive cut, and that is flowing from the top of his face. But either way, we roll on. Not sure why exactly he was sent off, but we'll try and find out some clarity as the ball goes inside forward 50. Out of bounds. We'll get a throw in.
I know he's off for a period of time here too, but that's going to take a fair bit of work to
You would think
yeah
so.
to repair that little cut. So
Once his 10 minutes is up, somebody else could go back on.
it's true.
So the ball now is in side forward 50 for Golden Square. We've got a whistle on play for another stoppage. And it'd be interesting to see the footage of that, because this game is being live streamed. So later on this evening, or this afternoon, if you're watching at home, have another look at it. Toma, he won the ball. He swooped on it. He put it up the chimney. It spread wide. The wind got underneath it, and then it goes beyond 50. So it's right in front of the change rooms at the swimming pool side.
And Norm was all over it, just had it confirmed it was for some umpire abuse.
Yeah, I reckon that was probably always what was on the cards. As the ball gets thrown in now. Ground level. Who can emerge? It'll be Reeves of the Dogs. Gives it to James. James from 60. Bullet pass. And it's a mark. It's a Golden Square mark inside 50. It will be Jack Sampson, who took a strong contest in front of his face and a good opportunity to pinch one against the Tide.
Beautiful entry kick by Brodie James. There was nothing a defender could do about that. That's perfectly straight in front of the eyes of the attacking player for Golden Square, and set shot a goal.
He was good enough to take it too.
It was, yeah. It had some heat on it.
45-degree angle. Kick into the Barnard Street end. Strong wind coming from that direction. He skips. He hops. Underneath it. He scissor kicks and punches the air because he knew it was true. Jack Sampson. Probably not one I would have expected to kick a goal in clinch moments, but important goal against the wind here at the QEO to the Barnard Street end. Golden Square now go to 5-7-37. They lead Eaglehawk 3-6-24. Score sponsor, Daily Bricklaying and Construction. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
That's a really good finish, Norm, too, for a player that's actually kicked through the ball, that scissor kick action, as Johnny mentioned in the call. Kick right through it, penetrate through the wind. That's a fantastic goal.
He judged the wind well, because he had a same sort of kick down this bottom end in the second quarter, and he made complete mess of it.
Free kick straight out of the middle. Didn't say what it was for, but it goes to Frost, who bangs it straight inside forward 50. Burke goes out with the double punch. Couldn't quite take it. McGregor will track after it. And there's just a little bit of feeling going on in this game now all of a sudden.
Yeah, Golden Square had 5 in the square at the ball up.
So we'll get it thrown in. Inside forward 50, right-hand forward pocket. That was a huge goal, the first goal this last quarter for Golden Square to kick. And if they can make the most of this next 13 minutes without Clayton Holmes on the field and that extra advantage, it could really go a long way to seeing how this game finishes. As a free kick, no, umpire crosses his arms and says we'll ball it up. He's just a little bit hotter on that one than he has been in previous instances, Johnny.
Yes, and the netball, close game there. Eaglehawk 19, they lead Strathfield Say Storm 17.
Daniels knocks it forward. Jack Thompson takes possession of the footy and he's tackled straight away. So we'll get a ball up. 50 out from goal. Neves goes up into the ruck. Harrison Kelly underneath it's being held up in the tackle by Tommy Bennett. We'll try again for a third time. Umpire wasting no time throwing this one up in the air. Neves got the tap down. Kelly. Neves then got it back. Sent the ball inside forward 50 off the boot. Strosh back there for Golden Square. Got a bad bounce, but he was able to make it look okay. Handball to Kelly. Kelly clears it out of defence. Frost. He paddled it forward. Lost it though. Stewart emerges with it for the Dogs. He then fires it forward. They've got a 2-on-1 break here for it. Sits for Burke. Burke takes it. He can pop it over the top if he wants to. He's going to go for goal, or is he tried to pass it off to Humphrey? I'm not so sure. Humphrey got a bad bounce. And Eaglehawk have ran inside forward 50 and will get them a ball up inside forward 50. Geez, he had to be a little bit better there with that kick, I reckon, Jaden Burke.
I think he was unlucky. It was a terrible bounce that Humphrey copped.
Top of the square now. Up they go in the ruck. Frost grabs it out of the ruck for Eaglehawk. And then he just didn't look when he kicked it. He kicked it straight down the throat of the opposition to Monty. Now, Monty, it will be tricky. The man on the mark stands at 45. Not quite a 45-degree angle, Barnard Street end. Twirls the ball between his fingers. It'll be another one against the flow, against the wind here at the QEO Barnard Street. And he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. No score. So Golden Square 37, Eaglehawk 24. Score remains unchanged. 13 minutes gone, final third term. Bolger, he received from the kick-in. Bolger short pass to Thompson. Sam Thompson with those shoulders strapped. I almost said Clayton Holmes, but I thought surely not after the claret that we saw streaming from the top of his scone. The kick comes long. Punch defensively. The ball spills right in front of us, in front of the coach's box, the Eaglehawk coach's box. Across half forward, right half forward, Eaglehawk in attack. Kicking to the city end. Golden Square lead 37-24, 13 minutes gone, third term.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier Charlie Langford received the ball then, obviously coaching from the bench today. Frost is shoved out of it, no free kick. Geary then emerged with it. He dropped possession of the footy, no free kick either. Might have been a square up, ball back into the middle. Taken away there was Holt. He couldn't take it. Eventually Eaglehawk will work a kick up towards centre forward, and over the top coming O'Shannessy has taken an absolute beauty. He got the fly. And then he got the secondary lift as well, and he managed to grab it from behind the pack. Shelton demands that he got hands on it, but that mark's always going to get paid, Jace.
Yeah, I think so. Zach's also holding his back where the knee went right in it. So, yeah, quality mark.
So Jack O'Shannessy will line him up from just inside 50, almost dead in front. He fires on the left. It swings back in the breeze, but it starts too far left for it to come back. And it is a minor score. 3-7-25 now, Eaglehawk. They trail this game by an even 2 goals. Golden Square 5-7, 37, 15 minutes gone. Third quarter score sponsor, Daily Bricklaying and Construction.
Yeah, lost opportunity for Eaglehawk there. They're the ones that you've got to get when you're kicking with a breeze.
Strosh kicks it in from fullback. Sends it beyond 50, swimming pool side. Ball spills to the front. Be turnover. James by hand. Gave it to Monty. Monty twirls on the left. Then he goes to half back, front of the pack. They've just got numbers everywhere here, Golden Square. James now kicks it long to the wing. Good punch, Sam Thompson. Gets in amongst the action there. So does Cam McGlashan. Picks up the footy, then he's dispossessed. And on the outer side wing, swimming pool side will have a stoppage. Ball up, 37 playing 25. This third term sponsored by Rural and Outdoors Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
So Rayner got up in front of Neves and knocked it down. Then it was taken away by Sampson. His kick was smothered, but it spills towards the boundary line. Holt in a one-on-one. Managed to keep the ball in play before he was taken over. Boundary throw in 60 out from goal. Good contest brewing here. It's an only 2-goal margin, but you just feel like Eaglehawk probably need to be in front, or at least even if there any chance with this breeze. Throw in at three-quarter time. Neves does the ruck work. He's able to take it, send it inside forward 50. Evans dropped the mark. Freckleton got it, gave it off to Shelton. Then Shelton tried to handball it, and he went out of bounds. Boundary throw in underneath the scoreboard. We'll have a boundary throw in. 2-goal lead to the boys in blue and gold.
So it'll be a ball in. Umpire, up they'll go in the ruck. Jonty Neves doing the ruck work on this occasion. He was against Rayner. Calls for a free kick. Still trapped on 49 metres out from goal. Good strong tackling by Monty. That was on Frost. And the umpire says, Umpire Carter, give it to me and I'll ball it up 30 metres from home, 50 metres from home. Eaglehawk in attack. Free kick it'll be. It'll go to the Borough. He might
That's
get 50 here.
It is 50. The umpire should be taking him back straight away.
Monty played on for Golden Square and kicked it, and I reckon the umpire looked straight at him, but he just didn't want to pay it.
Which is a disgrace. The rule's there in the book. It should be used.
Now, maybe disgrace might be a little bit of a strong word, Norm, but I hear what you say. Let's see what can happen here with Cam McGlashan, who's got the footy. Oh, in fact, it's Jonty Neves. Sorry. Jonty Neves. It's a left footer. It'll go to the goal line. They'll set themselves. They fly. And doing well, Golden Square through Holt killed the footy for a minor score to take it to 37, playing 26. Eaglehawk, 17.5 gone. Third term, local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Well, Holmes still hasn't emerged from the rooms, and I've just noticed Jake O'Brien's ran off as well. Now Holmes does come back out, taped up pretty heavily around the head there as the kick goes out of defence. Just out of there. It's a lot of players around this one. Eventually, Golden Square work it back. Kelly dropped the mark he probably would have taken usually. O'Brien doubles in after it, but it's worked out into the hands of Dylan Hurd, who went from Golden Square to Eaglehawk, and now he's back at Golden Square again. He's kicked forward. It's a good mark to Reeves, and now it's on. Sam Thompson got him high. I don't think there was any malice in taking him that
was
high
just
here.
unfortunate.
It's on off the ball here. Reeves quickly plays on the footy. Kick down the line, goes over the back. Rosengreen will get there. A lot more going on off the ball than there is on the ball. Rosengreen gets collected high, and tempers are flaring here at the QEO. It's going to be a free kick to Rosengreen. Eventually the fight breaks up and they all rush back to try and get a kick. Rosengreen's got it 80 out from goal. He's going to slow things up. He'll then load a high ball inside forward 50. Who's the target back there? It's going to be Neves, who should take an uncontested mark. Well, I thought he had a mark. Umpire said play on. It was more contested than uncontested. Free kick for a high tackle, and it has gone. Which way is it going?
It's Golden Square.
Yeah,
Going to Golden Square, and Ricky Monty will line him up 20 metres out directly in front, and there is frustrations brewing here at the QEO if you're an Eaglehawk supporter. A little bit of undiscipline in this quarter has really hurt them, Jace.
Yeah, it has. Monty was the one that flew the flag from that incident just before as well, so if he kicks this, I'd imagine he's going to get up and about pretty loud.
25 out directly in front from goal. Monty comes in on the right. He starts it to the right, but it swings back nicely in the breeze. Big goal, Golden Square. And they are looking the goods now in the elimination final on your Sunday afternoon. Golden Square increased their lead. They've kicked 2 against the breeze in this quarter. They are now 6-7-43. Eaglehawk 3-8-26. 20 minutes gone. Third quarter score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a free kick out of this stoppage in the middle. It looks like it. Monty went straight at the player that was on the mark and knocked him over. So,
yep, free kick Neves.
Jonty Neves now. He goes short. He'll go laterally towards the swimming pool. Finds O'Shannessy. O'Shannessy plays on quickly. He'll send a 60-metre ball inside forward 50. Richards was the target. They set themselves. 30 metres directly in front. Humphrey did well. I've been impressed with his game, Jason, this afternoon for the Golden Square.
He's been good. Both ends of the ground. I actually think he's been really competitive from start to finish.
Umpire can't all ball it up now. 35 from home. Eaglehawk in attack. Daniels for Golden Square. A good punch, but he punched it straight to the opposition in Bennett. Bennett a left footer, an ordinary one to the top of the goal
square. Free kick Darcy
square.
Richards. He was being held.
Fair enough.
Shelton took the mark, but he was holding Darcy Richards. So Richards will line him up from pretty much in the goal square.
Richards. Darcy Richards with the footy. 45-degree angle. Kicking to the city end. Do you think this will, well, when I say do you think it'll keep it in, obviously it'll make it close enough, Jace.
Oh, it's just a must kick, isn't it? It needs to go through for Eaglehawk.
Darcy Richards now. He's a good kick of the footy. Just kick through the footy over the umpire's hat. He's close enough. 1 step, 2 step, bang, goal.
Missed it.
He's missed it, has he? Oh, well, there you go. Gee whiz.
Yeah, bad miss.
That's terrible. Actually, his approach was no good. So it's 27 playing 43, Eaglehawk trail.
Seems like when you lay back on the footy like that and try and guide it through, it doesn't work in these conditions, does it? We've seen a couple at this end when you try and give them a little bit of height, just does not work. It's got
No,
to kick
Eaglehawk
through.
have had 3 shots at goal this quarter. They've missed a lot. They could have been right in this contest.
It's a 16-point margin. The crowd getting involved in this game as Trifle plays on. He runs out of defence, sends it down the line. Good mark, Frost in front of the pack. Frost takes it. Thought about going quickly. Eventually, he leans back on his kick as well. Right ball inside forward 50. Big fly from Bennett. And a blocking free kick's going to go the way of Eaglehawk. And it's going to be a result for Tom Bennett. He got a fly at it, but he looked like he was impeded. And he'll go back 15 out directly in front.
That's Darcy
and he
Richards,
has
actually.
to kick this. Well, okay, he's given the free kick to Darcy Richards. So it looked like Bennett was receiving the free. But Richards, to make up for his reprieve less than a minute ago, he comes in on the right, can't miss from there. And this time he celebrates the goal. And Eaglehawk are still in the contest. They go to get around him, and push and shove again off the ball, Jace. Temper's really flaring here. Shelton and Richards are going at it. This is an interesting game of footy, to say the least, and to say there isn't any meaning on this one. It's Golden Square 6-7-43, leading by 10 points. The Borough 4-9-33. 23 gone, third quarter. Score sponsor, JB Restumping.
You guys just continue to watch the footy. I'll just watch the little fights that are just breaking out all across the ground. So I'm thoroughly enjoying these little outbursts across the ground.
You're old school, Jace.
Yes, we must be getting close to having Clayton Holmes back on the ground and Eaglehawk back to full numbers.
Well, he went off in the 8th minute, Normie, so 22 minutes gone. So he won't be too far away.
In the elimination final in the netball, Eaglehawk, close contest there. They lead 25-23 against the Strathstorm. Back in the middle now, Daniels of the Dogs punches it forward, but emerging with the footy now, it'll be Eaglehawk through Frost. Frost on that awkward left of his, puts it shallow inside a forward 50. Darcy Richards at pace, taps it in front of him. He's 51 metres from goal, probably going too fast. Turnover occurs. Trelfall on the end of a handball. He sends it to the wing for the Dogs. Good bit of work. Trying to make a path there. Couldn't quite make it was Monty. Offering support was Sampson. Sampson of the Dogs sends it inside forward 50. One-on-one contest. It'll be Shelton that wraps up. Might be O'Shannessy down there with the footy as well. Well, and good defensive play all round. And we'll have a ball up. 10-point margin, 43 playing 33. 24 minutes gone. Third term. Local footy lives at Fresh
it was
Bendigo.
smart from O'Shannessy that when Jaden Burke got him, he just backtracked and took all his momentum over the boundary line. So avoided being pinned for holding the ball as they throw inside. Huge stoppage, this one. Can Golden Square find a way through? Handball from Reeves came out. Monty then picked it up. He was tackled straight away. Fired it back. Eaton tries to go through. Funny old handball out. Kelly. He'll be taken by Calgary. Harrison Kelly. Ball spills out again. Umpires have really put the whistle away in the last few minutes here. Humphrey goes in. Eventually a free kick has been paid. And it is going the way of Golden Square. And it's on again, Jason Stevens.
It's another fight. Yep, I'll keep watching the fights. You stay on the contest. I'll watch the fight.
Not sure what is going on out there. What did these boys drink at halftime? It has been a very spiteful third quarter. So Lockie Humphrey will line up from 5 metres inside the boundary, 50 metres out from goal. He can't from there, can he? Surely.
Well, the wind has died down considerably now to what it was earlier in the game.
In he comes on the left. It swings right back into the hot spot. No one able to mark. Spills to ground. Massive pack of players around it. Toma tries to emerge with the footy. Fired out the handball. Daniels, he got up high. Frost is in there. Angove's in there. You can throw a blanket over about 15 players and you'd probably all be involved in this passage of play. And we'll have a ball up inside forward 50. Good luck, Johnny.
Let's hope the rest of the final series is like this game. You can just feel it. It's up and about, this one. Both sides are fighting hard. And when we say fighting, I mean that literally, Jace.
Eaglehawk, free kick, dangerous tackle.
Another fight.
Another fight. So, and when we say fight, though, there's nothing really. It's not like the old school malicious punches from behind. It's just really good, hard, strong stuff. As the ball is in dispute, it's in front of the change rooms, swing pool. I've got Buckley's chance of reading that, Cameron. I haven't got my glasses on. He's going to give us a score to arc. I've just got to fess up, don't I? As it's inside forward 50 now for Golden Square. Crowd screaming for a free kick. Holding the ball. Free kick is going to go which way? Golden Square. And who's going to emerge with a footy? It will be Tanner Rayner, who's got a big chance now for the Dogs.
Well, while he's lining up for that, I'll read out the score at three-quarter time. It is Harcourt, 7 goals, 3, leading Carisbrook, 6 goals, 1. So that would be 45, playing 37.
Let's see what Rayner can do with this footy for the Dogs. He's a left footer. He will miss on this occasion. It stays in play. In fact, it might be killed at the goal line. A lot of players around the footy. Eventually it is killed. And we'll have a minor score. So we're out to 11 points. The Dogs, they lead 44-33, 26 and a half gone. Third term.
So O'Shannessy going to be doing the kick duties while Clayton Holmes is off. So O'Shannessy plays on. He'll send it down the grandstand side wing. Goes looking for the other O'Shannessy. It fell nicely in the end for Benny Thompson. Benny Thompson's little dinky kick worked out okay for Evans. He was caught high. Free kick, yes. So Evans will take possession of the ball. He's on centre wing for Eaglehawk. Can go short to Ben Thompson if he wants it. Decides to go longer. A good option to a hard-leading McGlashan. McGlashan handballs off. Thompson will then fire the kick inside forward 50. Richards gets to the back of the pack. Fly from Geary. Couldn't quite take it. John Coe, the ever-reliable John Coe. Cool, calm and collected under pressure. Clears it out of defence to Daniels. Daniels takes on the tackle. Fires the handball in the Toma direction. Turnover Eaglehawk. Turnover Eaglehawk again. This time Golden Square get it. It's emerged, and they're going to rely all the way back to Trelfall. Trelfall will then kick the ball down the line. It was touched off hand, so the mark won't be paid, but it'll be punched over the boundary line. What a fascinating, exciting, fast passage of play that was. But it has not resulted in any score. Golden Square, they lead this game by 11 points, deep, deep, deep into the third quarter.
We might joke about a few of those little wrestles and fights off the ball, but that's taken a fair bit of energy out of the players, so this could really open up in the last quarter.
So it'll be Frost, a double-handed tap to Evans of Eaglehawk. They'll maintain possession. It goes to Angove. A little bit of a fumble at the inopportune time. Richards, who's been hard at the footy, tries to make a path. He went straight through it like a train. He got collared, and 70 out from goal. That Eaglehawk are attacking will have a ball up. Swimming pool side. Up they go. Frost puts it down the throat of Mullen. Mullen will go to the hot spot looking for O'Shannessy. The ball spills to the back of the pack.
Oh, hit the post.
Hit the post. I reckon it might have come off hands, but you never know after what we see this morning in the under-18 game. But that slams into the post for a minor score. 10-point margin, 44 playing 34. Golden Square lead. 28.5 gone. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Josh takes the short option to Kelly. Then Kelly will run off with the footy after taking his 15 seconds. Sends it down in the Monty direction. And Monty's given away a free kick. Got over the shoulder of Jack Thompson. I reckon he played it well. Jack Thompson, he'll then send it into the hot spot. It carries over the back of the pack. Couldn't quite take the mark. Mullen. Frost emerges with the footy. Couldn't quite take it. And now Golden Square emerged through Daniels. Daniels' handball was under a little bit of pressure though. Monty couldn't take it. Spills out. Now it's in the hands of Evans. Evans will fire goalwards. Evans from the centre of the goals. Well, it looked like a goal to me, but it's flicked the post.
Jeez,
Umpire in prime position to call that. But geez Louise. Must have just only flicked the padding on the way through. It is a 9-point margin. 6-8-44 playing 4-11-35. Trelfall to bring the ball back into play.
And it's going to be 50.
I
I reckon
O'Shannessy's encroached on that 15-metre zone, I reckon.
So, Trelfall.
Well, I thought Trelfall had left the goal square, which means the player can go forward.
I reckon you're right, Norm. I reckon he did, but the umpire didn't. He's still got a call play on. That's what I think happened.
Well,
Trelfall now on the right. He kicks it to Daniels. Daniels takes a chest mark for the Dogs. Daniels now will kick it down the line. He'll go to 50, but it's a poor kick. He's kicked it straight down the throw of the opposition. The Borough, so they'll work it on the outer side. It'll come in board to Thompson. Thompson, the defensive side of centre circle. It's Ben Thompson. There's a few of them out there this afternoon. Taking a lot of time.
Got to get it moving.
Now he kicks it long. He'll go shallow inside forward 50. Coe's got front position. O'Shannessy the rear. It'll end up with Eaglehawk with another chance with Evans.
Oh, no. And it ended up in Bennett's hands too.
Bennett took a chest mark after the siren, which will not count. So that's Golden Square 6-8-44 to Eaglehawk 4-11-35.
Golden Square. So Eaglehawk had plenty of inside 50, but 1 goal 5 wasn't a good reward.
In the A-grade netball at the moment, Eaglehawk, they are on top in that game. They lead 36 to Strathfield Say 28, and it is three-quarter time in the Loddon Valley. And, well, it is well and truly game on there. Bridgewater 10-6-66. To Bears Lagoon Serpentine, 9-9-63. A 3-point margin there, a 9-point margin here at the QEO. Here's the final quarter with John Hunter.
Up they go on the ruck. It'll be Daniels that wins it for the Dogs. Puts it in the path of Rose and Green. He handballs it forward. Geez, they've got strength here through the body, through Monty. Monty will go to the top of the square. It's the hot spot. Strosh is the target, playing deep in the forward zone as well. Offering support was Rayner. Can't get it out. And 10 metres out directly in front. Golden Square attack will have a ball up.
Yes, that was better than the last quarter. At least Eaglehawk had somebody behind the pack then.
The last line of defence, it comes off hands. Trying to snap it over his head was Rayner. Came out to Evans. Evans fires the handball out. And happy to see it across the boundary line was McGregor.
Clayton Holmes back on the ground too.
Yeah, he had 21 seconds at three-quarter time, so he was stood on the gate ready to run straight back on. And he's back in the contest in this final quarter for Eaglehawk. And he needs to redeem himself if you're an Eaglehawk supporter. Ball comes out. Bolger couldn't quite take it. Rosengren ripped it away from him. Then he was taken in the tackle. Umpire crosses his arms and says, I will ball it up. Umpire Scott Bennett, David Carter, and Mark Snell doing a great game today. In fact, Andy Snell.
Umpire will throw it up. Up they go in the ruck. It'll be Frost that wins the tap, but Rosengren again for the Dogs. He looks for Monty, who's inside forward 50. Cleverly picked it up with one hand and banged it on the left and did everything right except for kicking it out of bounds on the full, Jace.
Yeah, he's had a good start to the quarter too, Monty. That's a couple of tackles he's broken. He's probably broken three tackles in a minute and a half of a quarter. So really good start.
So this is Frost. It's Bryce Frost this time. Both Frost running the same haircut today. As we'll kick the ball in. Clearing it out. Mark taken underneath the scoreboard. Evans. Big player that can lift and get Eaglehawk up in this final quarter. Been good today though, Evans. Short pass back to Frost. Frost takes the mark. Just inside defence. He can switch if he wants to. Decides not to. He chips the kick down the line. It finds O'Shannessy on the chest who takes the mark. And following up right into him there. And it looks like he's hurt himself as well. Brody James in the process. He's getting up holding a shoulder. So it's in the hands of Eaglehawk. Clayton Holmes, who's got the headband wrapped up. He'll bang it down the line. Oh, a falcon off the head of Jaden Burke, which fell forward. No clean possession winner. Toma burrows in for Golden Square. Fired it off to Daniels. Daniels then gave it off to Hurd. Then Hurd got it handball further forward. They found a way. James has made a miracle recovery after holding his shoulder before. Sends it inside forward 50. And Sam O'Shannessy takes the intercept mark for Eaglehawk. And he encourages players to get moving. But his kick's an absolute shocker, Johnny.
Yeah, he kicked it to Joel Mullen, but it put him under pressure. Now could result in a turnover. Sam Thompson casually offering support. Geez, they're a little bit lucky to get out of this, I reckon, with Bennett on the end of a kick. And then he'll kick it down the line and give it to Bolger. Bolger, right in front of us, broadcast side, across half back, only a metre in from the boundary line. Plays on. Awkward looking kick. He just shanked it. Horrible. Kicked it straight to John Coe, the opposition. John Coe handball forward to Trelfel. Trelfel on the right. Puts it high up and under. Kicks it to forward 50. Comes off hands. And the boys in the two blues defensively did well and put it over the boundary line. Getting involved was both Thompson boys. And we'll have a ball in. Right in front of us, Cam, 35 playing 44. The Dogs lead, 3.5 gone last term.
Yeah, happy to take it from you here, Johnny, as the ball gets thrown in. Floats towards the Golden Square goal off the throw in, but it fell out to Reeves. Reeves on the left, sends it to the goal square. Strosh got some separation, let out and took the mark on his chest. 10 metres out directly in front of goal. Tom Strosh has taken the mark. And this will be a big blow if he kicks this one. And Frost is really limping there.
That looks like an Achilles, the way that he sort of can't put any weight on his foot.
The way he landed.
It didn't look like there was any contact either.
No, he landed on his right, and that was it. He just hobbled straight after that.
Yeah, and with no contact, that often does mean that it may be some sort of Achilles injury. Let's hope not for Frost's sake. As Strosh comes in and kicks the big goal to start the final quarter. Tom Strosh has got two. The first multiple goal kicker of the day. Golden Square, 7-8-50. They now lead Eaglehawk here at the QEO. Score sponsor, Rural and Outdoors, Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo, the Borough, 411-35.
He may have escaped with an ankle injury here, Frost. It may not be Achilles. He looks like he can put a little bit of weight on it. I would have thought with the Achilles he's probably not able to put that foot down. So that may be a positive sign, but it's certainly going to be sorted out. Now,
it's Braden Frost as opposed to Bryce Frost. It's not the ruckman, but...
No, it's Bryce. Is
it Bryce?
Yeah, Braden's the ruckman.
It's the
Bryce.
other one. It's the other one.
It's Bryce.
It's not the ruckman. So even though they're both important players, so back into the middle, they're both B Frost.
That's right. Yes.
Norm. So
and they wear 20 and 21.
Yeah. Let's go back in the middle, and they've both got the dome going. Are they twins or are they just brothers?
No, just brothers.
Their parents really missed out without calling one of them Jack.
We need to have dad jokes on Father's Day. That's a good one.
We do. You'll say something funny before the end of the season. Actually, you did say something funny early in the year, I reckon. I just can't remember what it was.
Probably unintentional.
Umpire will throw it up. Umpire Carter. It's been pretty good this afternoon. There's a bit of sun here, and It's actually relatively still compared to what it was. So maybe Eaglehawk have still got a chance. They're only trailing by 15 as the ball's forward of centre for them, but it'll be won by Golden Square. It was Reeves to Trelfall. Trelfall tried to go to Rosengreen, caused a turnover. O'Shannessy, Mullen now, the Borough, Frost, just forward of centre, in attack, stoppage. Ball up, 15-point margin, Dogs lead, 6 gone. Final term, this final term brought to you by a sponsor. Gee whiz, I just let everything go then, Cam. Something banged on the back wall. Man down. I've got to hand over to you, Cam. I'll have to bring up Mum and get her to get me a spare pair of jocks after that.
I'm not sure I can hear. My eardrums have been perforated, I reckon. Frost is going to get the free kick.
No,
but
it
it'll
was
be
off the
taken
ball, Evans.
to Evans. So Evans will chip the short pass, a little dangerous kick, but made it look okay. Joel Mullen, 55 out from goal is Joel Mullen. He'll wheel around on his right foot, go looking inside forward 50, needs a target, and a good, not quite paid to O'Shannessy. It spills forward. Now it comes out to Evans. Evans snaps the ball around the right, puts through the goal. But a free kick has been paid off the ball, has it?
Well, pay 50 like they did in the last time as well. That's the
well,
second time we've seen that.
That's right. Yep.
So, well, they didn't pay the last one, though.
No, that's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. That's 2 times now where the ball's been kicked away and they've known and they haven't paid at 50.
So, free kick, Jack Trelfall, Golden Square. Didn't see what that one was for, Norm.
No, that was in traffic there, and Eaglehawk on the wrong side.
High ball down the line, clears the back of the pack.
I'm still recovering from that bang on that window outside there, Cam. Sorry.
I was waiting to see where you were gone, Johnny. I thought you'd gone for a moment there.
No, I'm back. I'm back with us. All right.
So throw in on the far side, pull side wing. Try and say that 5 times quickly. Throw
5
in.
times quickly.
Frost wins it down. Mullen then goes in on top of it. He's tackled straight away by Reeves, who hugs the ball back into him, and we'll have another ball up. True centre wing, far side of the ground.
So let's see if Eaglehawk can get back into. Well, they're well and truly in this contest. Holmes, just the sting seems to have gone out of a little bit. Handball over the top to Bolger. Bolger comes through the centre of the QO to half forward. He had Richards. Richards keeps his feet. Will take possession now. He gets on his right. He'll kick it shallow inside forward 50. McClashen is there. Got a heap of it. Front and centre though. That was okay by Burrell Grinton. Kicks it to the hot spot. Can they get one on the board here, Eaglehawk? They'll trap it in Golden Square. Over the top comes Harry Burke. But that was a promising build-up. And at the top of the square, Eaglehawk in attack, Barnard Street in. They trail by 15 points. We'll have a ball up.
Yeah, big ball up this one, right in the middle of the square. Daniels knocked it down to Eaton. Heaton handball. Grinton got in there. It's a flying shot out of the pack from O'Shannessy. Through for a minor score. That was Jack O'Shannessy, who's now got 3 behinds on the day. And it is a 16-point margin. 4-12-36, Golden Square, 7-8-50.
So if they're good enough, Eaglehawk here, the conditions to me have just got a little bit easier when it's kicking against the wind. What do you reckon, Jace? It just feels like it to me.
It feels like it, but I look at the tree over in the netball and it's blowing really hard towards the scoreboard, so I think it might be a bit deceptive out there.
Trelfall kicked it to John Coe, who's a metre in from the boundary, broadcast side, in the back pocket. Barnard Street in. Now he kick it down the line. He'll be looking for Rosengren, who took a good, strong, contested mark in front of the eyes. Now he just takes his time. He's been good this afternoon. He's been a valued servant. He'll kick it shallow inside forward 50. Long ball, not quite in front and inside 50. Holmes might have got another one in the head. Emerging is Tom Toma. On the left, goals are open and slams it through, which is almost the sealer, one would think, to take it out to a 20-point margin. Scoreboard sponsor, that's his second.
No, 22.
22-point margin. Sorry, my maths is not that good, Cam. Scoreboard sponsor, Parsons Towing in Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
You were wrong.
Yeah, 2 goals to Tom Toma, though.
8-56 to 4-12-36.
Yes, that was friendly fire for poor old Cam McGlashan. Then a teammate ran into him as he was trying to go through the pack with the football. It spilled out to Golden Square, and Tommy Toma made no mistake.
Plenty of time in the contest, though. 20 points the margin. Bennett tries to emerge with a footy. He overran it. Monty got it out. Handballed it forward to Westcott. Westcott goes back to Kelly. Kelly on the far wing will then send it inside forward 50. Good looking kick from Rosengren. Punch from behind was good from O'Brien. It spell forward. Trying to work through there will be Hanley of the Borough. Couldn't take it. Rosengren, well, he tried to fend off the tackle here, so that had to be holding the ball, and it was. mightn't have had any prior, but when you go to take the original fend, you're probably going to get pinned holding the ball.
We've got a winner in the A-grade netball. Eaglehawk have defeated Strathfield Say Storm 40-35.
Well, there's some good news for the Eaglehawk fans. Mullen gets the kick, and he sends it in the Calgary direction while he was strong above his head and takes the mark. Thompson tries to take the quick advantage. Umpire says, give it back. So Calgary gets it, then he gives it off to Mullen. Mullen can get and go through the middle of the ground for Eaglehawk. High ball inside forward 50, and McGregor came out, tried to get the mark on his chest, not paid. Quick heaving ball out of there by the ever-reliable John Coe, but it's going to be coming straight back because the mark's taken by Eaglehawk Sam Thompson.
He's on the wing, broadcast side. He looked to dish off by hand to Holmes, who ran beside him but ignored. Then he goes inside forward 50, Sam Thompson for Eaglehawk. McGlashan, it's at his ankle. 51 out from goal. Good pick up there. Nice work from James. Defensively off half back. It's a long kick, O'Shannessy, so a turnover. Defensive side of the centre circle and a blood rule.
Clayton Holmes again.
How much blood's that man got, Jace?
I'm not sure.
Mustn't have too much left.
Keeps coming out, so...
That's a lot of claret too.
One thing about blood injuries like that on the face, it doesn't take a lot of blood to look like a lot, if that makes sense, but that is a lot, I will admit.
So, your eyes aren't deceiving you there, Johnny, as Ben Thompson kicks the ball inside, finds Sam Thompson. Sam Thompson loads up from outside 50. It's going to go right to the top of the goal square. Big fly from behind Richards. Couldn't quite, well, Richards is down. It might have actually been Calgary that got the fly. It's a flying shot out of there from Eaglehawk. Hard up against the boundary line might have been O'Shannessy, and it's a minor score. Richards still getting up a little bit proppy from that one. 4 behinds now for O'Shannessy, 56 playing 37, 12.5 gone in the final quarter.
So they didn't muck around playing on here at Golden Square. They're looking really to tie this game up. It's on the outer side wing, swimming pool side, over the boundary line. We'll have a ball in.
I'm not sure what the trainers can do down here for Clayton Holmes. I think this is it's just going to continue to bleed for the remainder of this contest. I don't think they can stitch it up. So that's
You'd need a doctor to stitch it
You
out.
just got to keep putting more tape over it and hope for the best.
So the ball is thrown in on the outer side wing, swimming pool side. No clean possession. Grabbing the footy was Eaton for the Dogs. He's tied up. And we'll have another stoppage. Be some sore boys out there, I reckon, after today. It's been a pretty physical, bruising game, an elimination final as it should be. Mullen is at the bottom of the pack. We're going to have a secondary stoppage at 56 playing 37. Golden Square lead. 13 minutes have ticked over in this final term. Still time, but you sense it's running out.
Handball forward. Neves back there for Eaglehawk's been pretty good today, I reckon. Couldn't quite get away from it that time, so we'll have another ball up. Centre wing position, pull side here at the QEO. Throw up. Knock down Monty. He fires it forward. Bounced over the head of its intended target inside forward 50. And then happy to see it over the boundary line will be O'Brien of Eaglehawk doing battle against Rayner. And we'll have a throw in underneath the scoreboard here at the QEO.
So darkening conditions here at the QEO. Clayton Holmes ready to come back on. Claret everywhere as the ball is thrown in. Up they'll go in the ruck. McGlashan doing the ruck work against Daniels. McGlashan got into Daniels' back, one would think. And it will be a free kick, 51 from goal. Handball's off quickly now by Strosh. A long, long ball that goes 3 deep into the crowd, which there's not much of behind those goals, Jace, but it was a minor score. 57 playing 37. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
O'Shannessy will bring the ball back into play. He's got to get it moving. He'll wheel the kick down the grandstand side wing. Bolger's got it all to do. Good punch from Troffel. Sees it over the boundary line for a throw in. And at the MCD FNL, it is full time. This game has just finished. Harcourt, they advance. 9-5-59 have defeated Carisbrook 7-1-43. So Harcourt will take on the Trentham Saints next week in a prelim final, if I'm correct, Norm.
That is right. That will be next. No, they take on Natty Bialba.
Natty Bialba, they will
next
too.
Saturday, Princess Park.
Trentham are up against Lexton in
next
the other
Sunday. Yes,
Sunday final.
So defensive 50. Cam McGlashan gets a free kick for the Borough. He's 10 metres in from the boundary line, broadcast side. He'll kick a 40-metre ball that holds up in the breeze. It becomes 30. Strosh behind, a big punch, then tries to follow up his ball. It ended up with Humphrey. Strosh had ran on. Humphrey gave it to Strosh by hand. Inside forward 50. Rosengren tracks it towards the boundary line. 10 metres out from goal. It goes over, and we'll have another ball in. 20-point margin. Golden Square lead. 15 minutes. Final term This quarter is sponsored by Central Kitchens in Bendigo. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Throw in. It's been a good battle this afternoon. Holmes went without it. Rosengreen picked it. Rosengreen snapped on goal, and Rosengreen kicks the goal. Big goal, Jordan Rosengreen, his first. And that might just be the goal that breaks Eaglehawk's spirits this afternoon. The margin now out to a very comfortable 9-9-63 to Eaglehawk. 4-13-37. Score sponsor is Rural Outdoors Castlemaine. If my math is correct, that's 26 points.
Geordie Rosengreen's probably the guy that's actually split it apart now, isn't he? He's sort of impacted the contest when he's needed to. His presence around the contested ball and certainly in the air has been pretty strong today. So he's certainly stepping himself up in the equations for best on ground.
Yes, and if it wasn't already over, you would say it is now. A little bit too far for Eaglehawk with only 10 minutes to go.
Back into the middle, it'll be the restart. Billy Evans ended up with the footy as it rolled forward for Eaglehawk. All tied up halfway between the centre and half forward. Barnard Street end, Eaglehawk in attack. Stoppage, ball up. Up they go. Clayton Holmes does the ruck work. Westcott swoops on it there for Golden Square. Ball spills now. Turnover, Billy Evans. Evans on the left. Short pass, Calgary. Calgary receives. Still too far from home. He'll put it inside forward 50. Good, strong, hard lead. Darcy Richards takes a mark and probably too far out to score.
We had McGlashan on in the goal scorer over the top. Didn't go there.
So Darcy Richards reassesses. Thinks he might have a shot now. He'll be just beyond 50 when he kicks it. 45-degree angle. In the pocket, Barnard Street, broadcast side. Under he goes. He gives it a real ride. It holds up in the breeze. It spreads wide. And a good, strong contested mark defensively. It's all with Golden. In fact, is it a point, is it?
No, Mark.
Mark
Yeah,
to Daniels.
and it was
Mark to
Daniels who
Daniels.
took a mark right on the death.
So Daniels plays on, clears the kick out of defence. O'Shannessy knocked it away from Burke, so it fell back inside forward 50, and Joel Mullen was collected high by Stewart. So Mullen's 50 out from goal. Need to kick a goal and quickly here, Eaglehawk. Mullen's going to back himself here because there's not much in a heavy congested forward line. Pretty much every player on his own. Good looking kick inside forward 50, and he found the pass to Kyan Burrell-Grinton, who marks 30 metres out directly in front. And here's a moment for the young fella to go back and slot a goal and keep his side alive in 2024. Grinton wastes no time. He comes in, 35 out directly in front on the right, kicks a goal. So Eaglehawk aren't done with just yet. Kyan Grinton kicks the goal. And the Borough, they're not prepared to go away just yet. The margin is back to 20 points here at the QEO. And there's probably still plenty of time left in this one. 9-9-63, playing 5-13-43. Score sponsor, Bendigo City Framers. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yeah, that was good work by the young fellow there. He found space and the lead was on it, and then he made the most of it with an excellent kick and a good finish. Well done to the young up-and-coming junior.
Umpire Carter throws the ball into the air. It'll be Holmes against Daniels. Daniels of Golden Square will win possession. Then he was well tackled. Rosengren through the body was strong. Gave it to James by hand. A sloppy little kick forward. In possession now will be Sam Thompson, who dives in after the footy for the Borough in his defensive zone. And almost on half forward. Golden Square in attack. Right half forward. Broadcast side, Golden Square lead by 20 points, 20 minutes gone, final term.
Holmes come running at it from a long way back. Kyan Grinton got the handball backwards. Now it spills out to Calgary. Mark's not paid. Mustn't have been 15 metres. Calgary's kicked down the line, finds its way to McGregor. So Eaglehawk have just got a little bit of something left at the minute. They're starting to move, but they need to go a bit quicker. It's with McGregor. True centre wing, grandstand side. Sends it up towards forward 50. Richards has got to beat a couple. Ball spills out the back. Troffel with a last line defence in there. Spills out. And Bolger will be taking the ground in the tackle. We'll have a ball up right on the paint of the big 5 and the big 0, which indicates you're 50 metres out from goal.
Umpire will throw it up. Holmes doing the ruck work now. Grabs it out of the ruck and put it on the
back.
board.
That might
Jeez,
float
it was
back.
a long ball. Won't make the distance. It was on the trajectory.
Frost
off the ground.
put it through.
He, like a rover, like Bartlett, Bartlett-like, put it on the left and just put it through for a little, well, not a little goal. It's a big goal in the context. Probably 9 minutes to go in this final term. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo. 9-9-63 the Dogs. 6-13-49. Eaglehawk, 20, almost 21 minutes gone.
I was ready to call it over, but I don't think it's over, Norm.
No, it's not quite over yet. I mean, we did say 5 goals, but that's 2 goals in about 2 minutes, and Eaglehawk right back in this contest. And good thinking by Frost. Ball on the ground in front of him, left foot, and he dribbled it through.
Probably still plenty of time left in this one. They'll get the clearance as well here. Tommy Bennett emerges with it, fires the kick out wide. Good little bounce. It bounces over Angove's head though, but it spills out for Eaglehawk. Burrell Gritton goes back in the Angove direction. If Angove's clean, he sidesteps Harry Kelly, and then he goes over the boundary line before he can be pinned holding the ball, Johnny Hunter. But can you feel it? The Borough are not done with yet. Ball in on the far wing, and another blood rule here. This time it's Golden Square, and it looks like it is Terry Reeves who'll be coming off with blood streaming from the nose.
Well, it's scoreboard pressure that's going to do this. They need to get a quick one on the board. That's what's got to happen.
Reeves off the ground. Umpire will throw the ball back into play. What are we waiting for now?
The player to get in position.
Yeah, coming on now, it looks like Zach Westcott. So, umpire will throw it back in. Cross half forward. Eaglehawk, they trail. It's in their forward zone. All that the Dogs need to do is maintain composure. It's a kick now in the direction of Sampson of the Dogs. Rosengren. Handballs now wide towards the boundary line. Thompson intercepts. He gives it by hand to his teammate in Hanley. There's 70 from goal now for Golden Square, which is not ideal. We need to get up the other end, Barnard Street end. Thompson may assist with that. Evans, back to Thompson by hand. To Sam Thompson. The defensive zone. Gave it up to Dylan Hurd. Dylan Hurd of Golden Square. Very, very bad turnover and a very, very good kick at goal by Dylan Hurd. And that has put the nail in the coffin for Eaglehawk. They'll be eliminated. Golden Square will go on to next week. The score now is Golden Square 10-9-69 to 6-13-49. 20-point margin, almost 23 minutes gone. Scoreboard sponsor, Parsons Towing in Castlemaine. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Yeah, and that's been the difference in the play today, that Golden Square have been able to make most of their opportunities when the ball goes forward. It's 19 scoring shots apiece, but they're 10-9 to 6-13, and they're able to pick up the scraps and make the most of it.
Holmes in the middle, knocks it forward for Eaglehawk. Hurd then knocks it backwards to Monty. Monty will send it up towards centre half forward, bounces back. O'Brien gets it for Eaglehawk. He'll bounce one over the top to Jack Thompson, who fends off the Harry Kelly tackle before sending the kick down the line. Ben Thompson comes in from the side, knocks it forward. Holmes will back after it. He goes with a hard hit on Westcott. Good footy that. It then spills out. It's picked up by Tom Bennett. Tom Bennett then goes forward, and a Eaglehawk player, Cam McGlashan, will dive in. No, umpire says play it on. Truffle gets it, just sends it forward for Golden Square. O'Shannessy, that was Sam O'Shannessy, got the fly, couldn't take it, spills out to Angove. Angove gave it over the top to Jack Thompson. Jack Thompson then goes short and finds Clayton Holmes.
That's 50.
And, well, it should be 50 metres against Tanner Rayner, but it's not. And it will be Clayton Holmes who will take possession for Eaglehawk right in front of our broadcast position.
The only criticism I've had of the umpires, they've missed a couple of 50s this afternoon, but generally they've been pretty good. Frost now wins it now at 50 for Golden Square, but it's a turnover. Picked up by Coe. Coe gave to Eaton, and he is tackled, and it will be a whistle on play. You've got a score update there, Cam, from Bears Lagoon.
Yeah, cracking game going on. It is 30 minutes in the last quarter. Bears Lagoon Serpentine are 69, Bridgewater 68. So 1 point the margin, 13 minutes into the final term.
Another stoppage on left half forward. In fact, it's not. It'll be a free kick to Eaglehawk. Might go to Clayton Holmes. He's too far out to score.
Had a very good last quarter, Clayton Holmes.
He has. Short pass, unchecked.
Bennett.
Running straight at him was Bennett. Bennett took a chest mark. And now he's probably marginally outside his distance, I reckon, with the wind, Jace.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to comment on it. Commentator's curse. I don't think he can make it, but we'll see.
Bennett now crosses paint marker 50, runs close to the man in the mark. It is not on line. Geez, it was close. It hit the post. It actually hit the post pretty high up, so it was a good effort. Takes it to 19-point margin. Eaglehawk trail, 25 and a half gone. Final term. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Tried to get that real late swing. Trolful's going to waste no time playing on for Golden Square, then barrels one out of defence up towards Dylan Hurd. It goes a little bit further than him. It bounces to Tom Toma. Toma slipped over as the ball went over the boundary line. We'll get a boundary throw in. We'll have it true centre wing position, pull side.
Got a couple of ducks in the forward 50 down here at the city end. It's not something you see every day at the QEO.
That's not.
Sorry, it's just caught
Well,
my attention.
during winter anyway.
Yeah.
During summer you see ducks.
Oh.
Quack, quack, as it goes out. Free kick's going to be paid going the way of Golden Square. Daniels was taken without the ball. Must be cricket season around, Jace, if the Ducks are starting to come out to play. They're always around when Johnny was batting back in the day, as Golden Square send the ball forward inside forward 50.
I batted a few times on the QEO as well, too, so I probably made one here.
It spills out. Harrison Kelly, he left it for Jack Stewart. Stewart will dribble through the goal, and Stewart puts the nail in the coffin for Eaglehawk season. Jack Stewart gets his first. That's his 48th goal for the season, and the goal that will send Golden Square through to the final next week, where they'll be back again next Sunday, taking on the Strathfield Say Storm. 11-9-75, it's a 25-point margin. Eaglehawk 6-14-50. Score sponsor, Daily Bricklaying and Construction.
He's been quiet today, Jack Stewart, but I just have the feeling in the finals coming up next week, the week after, however far they go, I reckon he can make a real impact in this September. Be interested to see how he goes next week.
2-point margin, 20 minutes into the last. Bears Lagoon Serpentine 76 lead, Bridgewater 74. So a close one brewing in that final as we're back here at the QEO. This one's over. Dylan Hurd has got possession of the footy. He was in the middle. He kicked it wide to Sampson of the Dogs. True centre wing. Contested at ground level. Angove will now pick it up. Gives it to Thompson by hand. Tries to give it back. Calgary intercepts. Calgary a hurried handball forward to Angove. Angove short pass. Now they're moving it okay. It goes to Bennett. Bennett, what will he do at the footy? Has a shot at goal and hit the post, the woodwork again. Is that twice in a row?
Yeah, but he hit the right post, the left post last time, and he hit the right post.
Just to even it up, Cam. 75 playing 51. Dogs lead 27. 28 minutes gone. Final term.
Well, if it was a contest for kicking the post, he'd be winning this afternoon.
Well, there's been 5 or 6 for the day in total between both sides.
Definitely has. A lot of them are just being grabbed late in the wind and just not quite found a way through, Norm. So Golden Square had the ball on the far wing. They'll clear the ball up. Jaden Burke will come in and just couldn't quite take the mark. Spills off hands. And they all dive on top of it and we'll get a ball up. True centre wing position, pull side of the QEO. It's a 24-point lead to Golden Square.
The sting's gone out of this one now. The crowd has died down. It's just a matter of time as Golden Square will advance. And they'll advance through Eaton here with a long kick. It'll go shallow inside forward 50. Neves hit it hard. Falls to the bottom of the pack. 49 from goal. The Golden Square attack. A whistle on play. It'll be a stoppage to the city end. 75 playing 51. The Dogs will win this one. And it will be another stoppage here as Stewart takes possession. And this time we're 52 metres out from Golden Square's goal, city end.
So ball up. Daniels tries to emerge with it. It spills out now. Rosengren couldn't quite take it. Going forward, John Coe will track back after it. Jack Trolful's been good for Golden Square. Fired the handball out wide. Burke and Bennett. Burke just keeps Bennett off it to allow James to go through and pick up the ball to then go back to the ever-reliable John Coe, who shanks it off the side of the boot, but it might work out for Tom Toma. Joel Mullen gets there to knock it over and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Even John Coe's shanks turn out to be good. That's how good he is, Jason Stevens.
Yes, he is a very good player, Cam.
I think you like him, Cam, do you?
Oh, over 200 games for Golden Square and been one of their better servicemen across half-back. Eaton handballs it back to Toma. Toma sends it to centre half forward. It's Sam O'Shaughnessy for Eaglehawk.
He's on his defensive arc of 50 for the Borough. Short pass forward into the centre square, marginally. So he's on the back half of it, is Marsh. Marsh will come laterally now towards the commentary side, which is the boundary line. He hits up Thompson. That's Jack. Jack will play on now from left half back. He kind of spins it back towards the wing. He saw something he liked, but all he did is kick it to a contest, and the ball drops to the feet. And, in fact, we might get a free kick out of all that, so his brother Ben will get a free kick. Ben just forward of centre wing. He now comes into the corridor. Neves slides in after it. He grabbed it but didn't mark it, and halfway between the centre and half forward, it will be another stoppage to the Barnard Street end.
55 out from goal. Daniels knocks it down. There can't be too long left in this game. Rosengreen knocks it forward for Golden Square. It was partially smothered. Evans then receives the ball, and his kick was partially smothered as well. 30 minutes have now ticked over in this last quarter. It's a 24-point lead to Golden Square.
Another ball up. Up they go in the ruck. Daniels wins it there for the Dogs. Put it in the path of Sampson. Now merging off our half back. They're just moving it so nicely now, Golden Square. Into the path of a running Humphrey. Humphreys have got the goal open. He's on the left. The fat side for his left is skinny towards the goal. And it ends up being a minor score, Jay Stevens.
That's a disappointing miss, that one. But that ties the scoring shots. So Golden Square clearly deserve to be in front and have the lead, but that does tie the scoring shots. So it sort of shows you how wasteful Eaglehawk have been with the footy when they've had their opportunities, in particular early in the contest.
McKinley's just goaled for Bridgewater, and that makes it 80 to Serpentine 78. So Bridgewater leading it by 2 points. Thanks to Wayne Smith, it's all happening there in the final quarter as a goal's been kicked out here. I didn't even see who was kicking that goal. I was too busy looking at the score.
Yeah.
So Jack Stewart gets the goal. He's got 2. Thanks for saving me on that one, Jason Stevens. As now it's 12-10-82 to Eaglehawk, 6-15-51. And thanks to Paul Wicks, of course, we know Harcourt won 10-5-65 to Carisbrook 7-1-43. But Normie, an injury concern as Jed Rodder didn't finish the game due to a dislocated shoulder.
That will be hard for Harcourt next week. Main forward, up forward. Kicked 50 for the year and had a very good year.
So back in the middle we go. Just waiting for the umpire to bring it in. 32 and a half minutes gone. We're approaching 5 o'clock, so it's a late finish. It's all over for a weekend of football. We'll pretty much wrap it up after this game and look forward to a week ahead. Another big weekend next weekend, Bendigo footballers. Frost wins the tap there for Eaglehawk. Ground level. James getting his hands on the footy. Still in dispute. And umpire's sick of it and says, give me the whistle. Oh, I've got the whistle. Give me the footy. We'll ball it up at 82 playing 51. Dogs lead. 33 minutes ticked over final term. Local footy lives at Fresh Bendigo.
Oh, there's the siren. So that's full time here on Bendigo Footy League. The week 1 of the finals have been run and done. Golden Square running out victors 12-10-82. Have defeated Eaglehawk 6-15-51. That is curtains for Eaglehawk season. While Golden Square, they are still alive and they are a 1 in 4 chance of winning the grand final. They will take on the Strathfield Say Storm next Sunday afternoon. Jason Stevens.
They will, and it should be an interesting contest, shouldn't it? It's both those two match up really well, so really looking forward to that one.
It's a cracking week of footy lined up next week, Norm. Of course, we're also going to be getting to have a look at Saturday footy. Gisborne and Sandhurst will do battle for the first spot in the grand final.
Yes, and it was a 6-goal last quarter by Golden Square in the end. 6-2 to 2-4 to Eaglehawk. And as we said during that quarter, Eaglehawk wasted opportunities in each quarter of the match today. They kicked more points than goals each quarter and ended up on the wrong end of the ledger. That's the end of their season for 2024. It's been an up and down season for Eaglehawk, and they competed well today, but just weren't able to find the right avenue to goal.
In the A-grade netball, the final scores there, Eaglehawk have had, they've had a win in that game. They've beaten the Storm 40-35 in the elimination final.
And the Loddon Valley Footy League, not a full-time score as of yet, but Ben McKinley did goal 25 minutes into that last quarter to put Bridgewater 2 points in front of Bears Lagoon Serpentine. So 80 playing 78 in that game. Progressive score still coming through in the Loddon Valley and the Heathcote, in the